Hello, happy Friday. Welcome aboard to the AM News. My name is Denisia Poma Eje. Now, tension erupted at Insuayim in the Western region after some youth clashed with police over an alleged child abductor, leaving several injured and forcing the temporary closure of the local police station. So the unrest began when a 25-year-old man identified as Sule Moses was allegedly caught trying to lure two school children near the Nivo filling station in Takwanswai municipality. So a storekeeper raised the alarm, leading to the suspect's arrest and detention at the Insuayim police station. Moments later, hundreds of angry youth besieged the station, demanding that the suspects be handed over. Police refused to release the suspect, prompting clashes that injured 3 officers and 4 civilians. Daniel Yaupra is assembly member of the area.
When a 25-year-old man, identified by police as Sule Moses, was allegedly seen attempting to lure 2 school children near the Nivo filling station at Insuayim. Eyewitnesses say a storekeeper raised an alarm after observing the suspect's suspicious behavior.
Yeah, just about say on my chair or you go out. I was a pavina. Or don't go out to your or don't uncle. I gave my about more.
The youth, supported by a female police officer, quickly apprehended him and escorted him to the Insuayim police station. Police investigations confirmed that the children, aged 7 and 5, told police officers the suspect had forcefully held the hand of one of them, prompting his detention for questioning. But what started as a routine arrest soon escalated into chaos.
On Tuesday in the morning, when the students were going to school, they met a dead body in a chore bus. So the announcement was out, the news was everywhere. So most of the people here rushed to their place. And Wednesday, which is yesterday, I was at school when I had a call from the police crime officer that my people are here agitating, that they have arrested a certain man with 2 kids, but they assume that that man was going to use those children. I don't know what exactly he's going to use them for. So the people are demanding for the man so that they can take action. We tried to calm the situation down, but weren't able to.
Moments later, a mob of over 500 residents, armed with stones and sticks, besieged the police station, demanding that the suspect be handed over to them.
I know they made reinforcements, so calls were made, and through what it was going on, the stones and others, I moved from the place to the town. From there, I heard the gunshots and others. So this morning, we went to the hospital, and from the information, many of my people were injured. And from the hospital, the doctors, 8 of them, and 1 was shot this side, from this side, and the bullet penetrated here, and I have the pictures for all of them. For the person, for me to say that he was going to use the children for rituals or whatever, I can't say, because that one will be determined by the police.
Police declined to hand over the suspects, insisting on due process. That decision further angered the crowd, resulting in clashes that left 3 police officers and 4 civilians injured. A police vehicle, section of the station's building, and several impounded motorbikes were vandalized, with some set ablaze. Father of the rescued children, Clement Wedam, says the incident has left his children traumatized.
Was especially small one na the way na kaso ja home no ntumi didi na ase isuru bi abeto no so at anoko sorry the normal kaka.
The Western Regional Police Command has condemned the attack, describing it as unacceptable. It says all those involved in the mob action will be identified and prosecuted.
That's a very disturbing story there coming from Takwansia, and we'll follow up, and there are any new developments, we'll bring that to you. So let's move on. Driven by a passion to reshape career guidance in Ghana, seasoned counselor Martha Awoibia-Annan is leading a transformative movement to help young people identify their purpose, passion, and potential in a rapidly changing world of work. Highlighting the country's rising unemployment rate, she stressed that strengthening career guidance and counseling, especially within schools, remains vital to nurturing entrepreneurship, enhancing employability, and also driving national development.
For years, Martha Awoibia-Annan has championed the idea that career guidance should not only be about advice, but inspire creativity, ignite passion, and foster meaningful career growth. Her unwavering dedication to this cause earned her recognition at the African Women of Uncommon Legacy Award and Conference, where she was honored as a pillar of uncommon entrepreneurship and humanitarian service. In an interview, Martha revealed that her mission was born out of a deep concern for the country's unemployment rate.
I was given this award not because I'm a woman or because I'm just working, but then the name of the organization is an uncommon woman. They're looking for somebody who is doing something that is uncommon. For example, if you are giving birth in a rich family, you can easily do whatever you want to do. And if you get the necessary support you can do whatever you are determined to do. But then it becomes uncommon when you struggle through to get to where you've gotten to. The question again that came was that, how can we school, and at the end of schooling, we can't get job to do? Meanwhile, the Ministry of Education has its goal as grooming the individual to be fit into the world of work. If I encourage a girl child to go to school, basic, secondary, university, finishes in 6 years, 7 years, that child doesn't have any work to do. It becomes a burden again on the parent. And what is the essence of schooling? And so there's the need for us to enhance career guidance.
Through her Dominion Leaders Foundation, established in 2016, she has been helping Ghanaian youth rediscover their purpose and align their career interests with their true potential.
So from 2016, I've been doing career guidance for people. Be it opportunity that I see, I share with the youth. If I have to take the person through professional counseling, an instrument developed by Professor Esuman at UCC, I take them through for them to know their occupational interest. So if we do the occupational interest profile for children, or let's say the youth, before they choose the program that they have to study at school, and they also choose the profession, when they finish school and nobody employs them, they'll be able to create jobs. So I'm now leading the youth to be able to create jobs themselves with the little that they have, because I studied only one topic, critique it, and it turned out to be a book. And before it even came out from press, it has been, they've paid for 3,000 copies. And as I speak, more than 50,000 copies of that book has been sold. So if anybody at all finished school and can come out with something that he studied and create job with it, I think that Ghana will have lots of jobs uncountable that will be able to do.
With about 10 career guidance and counseling books to her credit, Martha Annan is on a relentless path to change a long-held but not entirely true notion about what career guidance truly means.
I think that it boils down to a point where all of us, you have a child, I have a child. You have a sister, she has a child. Let's encourage them that counseling is a professional work and not advice given. And if we take the career counseling right from the basic four, just as Nana Bani saw it at that time in 2010, I think that education would yield results by people finishing school and not being burdened.
From Cape Coast, Abigail Lissel Nkoma reports for Joy News.
Okay, so from career development, let's do some education. The Central Regional Director of Education, Dr. Juliet Dufie Otami, has encouraged learners to preserve traditional reading habits, stressing that print reading continues to play an essential role in nurturing comprehension, critical thinking, and lifelong learning values. So addressing participants at the 2025 Regional Reading Festival in Cape Coast, Dr. Otami acknowledged the growing influence of digital literacy, but cautioned that technology should complement, not replace, traditional reading methods that shape intellectual growth and creativity.
The sentiment that books are magic captured the heart of the 2025 Central Regional Reading Festival, organized by the Regional Education Directorate. The District Education Director of Ejuma Kwenyan Isiam And chairperson of the festival's planning committee, Sabina Abba Wilson, highlighted the theme of this year's event, which celebrated the lifelong value of reading.
We want the children to learn how to read well. We want them to explore. And then we want them also to imagine. Today, it's not only about print. Because of technology, we can use our phones, we can use our computers, and then we have storybooks in there that children can find and then read. So we are advising our parents that when the children come home, these gadgets are there, they have them. So they should expose the children to, because it is not always that you can purchase a book. But when you get in there, there are a lot of books that the children can read on their own.
Dr. Juliet Dufi-Otame, the Central Regional Education Director, noted that while digital literacy is increasingly essential in today's world, traditional reading methods must not be discarded.
Digital literacy is there. We are encouraging the use of the computer, but the books are there. The books are getting a cake because we have shielded them, but we have stuff inside. Somebody just said, if you want to hide something valuable from the Ghanaian, put it in a book. No, I don't believe that. These children, they pick anything and they start reading everything. So whatever they pick and they start reading, it is helping them. And I believe that as we are looking at computer literacy, we are looking at the need to move to digitization. We should still encourage this, because reading is you and reading is me.
Commending the initiative, the Central Regional Director of the Ghana Library Authority, Nana Kwame Appiah-Kubi, emphasized the importance of nurturing a reading culture among children.
I think it is in the right direction. And I love the topic, because if looking at the children from class 1 to class 3, these are the children that when we are to catch them young, when we are to inculcate the habit of reading into them, it will go a long way. So I recommend GES and Ghana Library Authority in collaboration for organizing this project.
From Cape Coast, Abigail Lisson Nkrumah reports for Joy News.
Now, a youth advocacy group is stepping up its fight against drug abuse among students. The New Generation of African Liberators, NGO, has ended a 2-day campaign at the Kwashiman cluster of schools, urging pupils to stay drug-free and focused on their education.
Growing rate of substance abuse among young people continues to worry health and education authorities. The New Generation of African Liberators, NGO, is intensifying its campaign to educate students on the dangers of drug abuse, from unprescribed medications to illicit substances. Agnes Gansa, a public health nurse with the Ablekuma North Municipal Health Directorate, says early education is key to prevention. She's urging parents to pay closer attention to their children's behavior for early warning signs of substance abuse.
You should be cautious of your environment, you should be cautious of your kids. Because the moment they start getting involved with these drug abuse, then they become so isolated.
Municipal Education Coordinator for Ablekuma North, Mahmoud Bill, says support from the Education Directorate is crucial to protecting children in high-risk areas.
From the Education Directorate, we've had last time community engagement. Some of the issues that came up has to do with drug-related activities. So as a municipal, this is why we partner with this laudable initiative by End Goal organization to build in the children the assertiveness to say no when they are being lured by their friends to engage in drug-related activities.
For consultant and coordinator of End Goal, Richmond Roxon, education and social media advocacy are vital tools in shaping positive attitudes among young people.
Most of the youth think you go into the pharmacy to go and buy tramadol or opioids is the drug abuse, but taking medication without a health consultant is also a drug abuse.
Head of the NGO's steering committee, Zuwairatu Solomon, says the group will extend the campaign to more schools in the Ablekuma North municipality to build a stronger drug-free generation.
This theme is to say no to drugs and to prioritize our health. Today in our communities, most people, I mean the youth and even older people, are into drugs already. So with these young ones, we are trying to put an impact or educate them on some of the harmful effects on the drugs, not only on their health, but their dreams and also their future.
Michael Pencil and Angela Asantewa Amuakon for Joy News.
Away from education and the youth, the Brong Ahafo Regional Manager of the Ghana Water Company, Theophilus Collins, has called for stakeholder collaboration to address the challenges impacting the water production, distribution, and also revenue collection systems in the region. Customers in the region owe more than 10 million cedis. Addressing staff and customers in Sunyai as part of the Customer Service Week, he mentioned measures taken to improve service delivery and revealed an initiative to subsidize water connection fees for 600 households. Precious Semevo has more.
The Brong Ahafo Regional Customer Service Week celebration of the Ghana Water Company in Sunyai commenced with a role play on clients' concerns and the service providers' innovations to enhance services. Citations were given to selected customers for their dedication, loyalty, and patronage. Customers like Sarah Adogbere expressed frustrations with GWC's snail-paced response to concerns.
First man, Michelle say Ghana Water no. Say bia say yefra omo bantem ebe yemaye. There's a see an entesa bia say just a wa wo do sika kwaye. And so omo ba meter no so a ka wo di bia just otua. Na sa no ho no e ha adwe kakra.
A senior marketing lecturer at the Sunyai Technical University, Dr. Abraham Yeboah, said GWC must work to improve the causes of customer complaints.
Inconsistency in billing. Customers will have issues with over billing. Inconsistent flow of water without clear communication. Then non-reflection of bill payment. Not responding to consumer genuine issues. And then selective service delivery. It's not just with Ghana. Most people, they just want to know who you are before they serve you well. So these inconsistencies make customer or consumer complaints.
The regional manager, Theophilus Collins, revealed an initiative in partnership with Water for Life, a not-for-profit organization, to subsidize water connection fees to 600 households in 9 low-income communities, including Tanoso, Atrensua, Omonafo, and Insuatre, to improve operations. He, however, called for collaboration to battle challenges facing the water system in the region.
Our records in Brong Ahafo show that our customers are owing us in excess of 10 million cedis. To retrieve these arrears, we have begun massive disconnection exercise as the very last resort. Our region's water system faces some challenges, such as aging infrastructure, demand exceeding supply, climate variability, encroachment on our lands and pipe networks, vandalization and stealing of our meters and other operational appurtenances, as well as non-payment of water bills. But these challenges are not battles that GWL can fight alone. They demand collaboration with policymakers, our security services, and the general public.
The celebration was themed Mission Possible, Together We Serve, Together We Thrive. Precious Semevo, Joy News, Sunyai.
Let's stay a while longer in the utilities sector. Chiefs and residents of the Upper East region have called for significant improvement in the delivery of electricity and water services to commensurate with any other further increases in utility tariffs. They argue that better service delivery must justify any upward adjustment proposed by utility service providers. Now, the call was made during the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission's 2025 to 2030 multi-year tariff review hearing held in Bolgatanga. Our correspondent Albert Sori reports.
The 2025 to 2030 multi-year tariff review hearing of the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission, PURC, brought together traditional rulers, assembly members, youth groups, trade associations, and other stakeholders from the Upper East and Northeast regions. The nationwide public hearings are designed to gather feedback on the 2025 to 2030 major tariff review, under which utility service providers have submitted proposals for substantial rate increases in utility tariffs. According to the PURC, these hearings are meant to help the Commission understand public expectations regarding service quality, performance, and affordability before any decisions are taken. However, some chiefs and other stakeholders who attended the hearing in Bolgatanga generally called for the improvement in service delivery to justify any increases in utility tariffs.
Services are provided in a manner that there is satisfaction for consumption. I think most of us will be willing to go beyond the Bible.
And I want Briscoe to listen to me very, very well. From Atupiyile to Nayagnia, you are supposed to construct a 330 kV line to improve stability. We as the PURC and the Ministry of Energy see this project to be very, very, very important. You export from Nayagnia through Pada to Burkina Faso. So we want this project to be taken serious because it will solve two problems: stability for power and additional revenue to Gridco.
Upper East Regional Minister Donatus Akamukri lamented that over 800 communities in the region remain without electricity despite being captured under rural electrification projects.
The region, as at the end of 2024, had its electricity cap around 66.5%, which is far below the national average of 89%. And sections in the region are yet to be connected to the national grid. I want to also use this opportunity to appeal to the Minister of Energy and the Green Transition to review and address all outstanding issues under the rural electrification project, in which most of these communities were captured.
PURC Commissioner Nanaya Jantua assured that the Commission is committed to striking a balance between consumer affordability and the financial sustainability of service providers.
Some of the investments that we want to do is meant to improve the services coming to them. So these are some of the things that we will ensure that it is done, and we will ensure that the quality of service from the northern part of this country is done. Certainly the consideration is affordability. Affordability in two things: that you can pay and also the service will be available. Because the cost of unserved energy is very expensive.
She reiterated that the PURC's final tariff decisions will reflect the views of the public and ensure a balance between protecting consumers and maintaining the sustainability of utility providers. Reporting for Joy News, Albert Sori, Bolgatanga.
It's now time for some business news. I'll bring you that right after this breather. Welcome back. IC Research has predicted that the board approval by the International Monetary Fund for the 5th review of Ghana's bailout program will likely be secured in December 2025. This follows an assessment of Ghana's program in the early part of October. There's more in the following report.
This is coming after the government of Ghana and the IMF mission reached a staff-level agreement on the 5th review in October 2023, as the authorities met all 6 quantitative performance criteria and 4 indicative targets for the period to end June 2025. The approval would trigger a disbursement of $385 million by the fund, which strengthened the forex reserves ahead of the January 2026 Eurobond debt service, estimated at $689 million. IC Research explained that the IMF struck a more bullish tone in the 5th review compared to the steady softer tone deployed over the first 4 reviews. The fund described the authorities' actions to support financial sector stability as strong, while indicating that the authorities made notable strides in addressing long-standing challenges in the energy sector.
Supporting local businesses and making shopping easier than ever. Well, that's the mission of Ololo Express. This exciting online marketplace bridges the gap between you and talented sellers, bringing you a world of products right to your fingertips. Ololo Express will be at the EcoBank Joy Business SME Fair happening today, October 31st to November 2 at the Good Park adjacent the Accra Mall. Chief Executive of the company, Andrew Frimpong, said customers can expect improved e-commerce experience.
My name is Andrew Frimpong, the CEO of Ololo Express. Now, Ololo Express, we are an e-commerce platform. We are an online marketplace which looks at bridging customers and sellers. So what we do is we exhibit the products of our vendors. This is a multi-vendor platform, so anyone looking for specific products, either made in Ghana or imported products, can just go to ololoexpress.com and you will be able to find the very product you are looking for. So in order to create much opportunities for the youth, Ololo Express, we've launched what we call the affiliate marketing program, where you can go onto our platform, ololoexpress.com, select any product you are interested in and know that your customers or your audience will be interested in buying. Post that link on your Facebook status, your WhatsApp groups, WhatsApp status, and once somebody follows that link to become a purchase, you automatically gain a commission there. So you make money whilst browsing the internet. And we always say, as they shop, you also make money. With Ololo Express, very soon you should see our delivery app on the App Store and also in the My Play Store, where you'll be able to do pickup and delivery or shop directly on Ololo Express, and your item will be given to a rider who will definitely be very close to you to reduce delivery costs, because that is the aim. Because delivery cost is quite getting expensive and also killing online businesses. Now, we have various opportunities that will be rolling out there, but this very month, on the 31st of October to the 2nd of November, Ololo Express will be exhibited at the EcoBank Joy Business SME Fair at Good Park, located at the Accra Mall. So join us, bring your business portfolios, bring your products, and let's get your products go international. Because with Ololo Express, we say, buy local, sell global. The Ololo Express, you can find us aside our website, ololoexpress.com. You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, by just searching for Ololo Express Ghana. Then you can also find us on Twitter, that's _ Ololo Express. In Accra, we are located, our head office is located at Adabraka, behind the Central Mosque. That is opposite the Adabraka police station. You will find our office. Then if you also want to reach us on mobile phone or even send us a WhatsApp message, you can just send us a message or call us on 054-8744-234. 054-8744-234. So let's connect with you and let's make your products go global.
And that's it for AM News. But let me give you some updates on what's happening on the show today. We'll have our news review and we'll be joined by Andrew Appiah-Dankwa, his Director, Constitutional and Legal Affairs United Party. We'll also be joined by Nelson Kofi Jabab, his MP for Karachi East, and also Kwame Nkrumah Botsio, his General Secretary for the CPP. And finally, Professor Isaac Bwedi, his Dean, Accounting and Finance at UPSA. We'll be discussing some important issues, matters arising, and then we'll talk about some other ones, which is looming public health crisis as waste collection services across Accra and of course other major cities in the country are expected to grind to a halt from November 7, 2025 as members of the Environmental Service Providers Association (ESPA) threaten to suspend operations over 3 years of unpaid arrears. How do we avert this for a nation already saddled with having to manage about 3,000 tons of solid waste a day? We'll discuss that issue. So please join the conversation with your views and thoughts via phone and also via our social media handles. Please stay with us. But after this break, we'll bring you sports and we'll bring you that exclusive interview with Black Queens head coach Kim last after the team secured a spot for next year's Women's Africa Cup of Nations. Enjoy that interview.
Coach, congratulations on another WAFCON qualification. How's it feeling like leading this team to qualify for the 2026?
Feels good, of course. There have been some pressure, of course, but we started so well in Egypt, so we had a chance to be a little bit more relaxed to the second game. And the first half, we didn't do that well, but in the second half, amazing. And we did it together with amazing support, electric, I would say. So I will always remember the game because it was a great atmosphere and a good time, and I'm happy to qualify the team for the next WAFCON.
I mean, for you as a leader of this delegation, as you call it, what does it really mean for you? Have you taken time to soak it all in?
Yeah, I mean, it's as a coach in a good and a bad way, you're always looking at the next step. So you are always hoping for the best scenario to qualify for the WAFCON, and then you have like a plan A, B, C a little bit. So I think normally is when you're maybe back home and you're having a little time from yourself that you're taking it in, but in the same time, it's you can enjoy it with the girls because they are good to celebrate and party as well. So it's a mix. It's a mix.
2 good games against Egypt, if you want to put it that way. Obviously, you want to complain about the first halves. But then what do you make of the assessment of the squad at your disposal after these 2 games?
I mean, they have done it so well. If you're looking at all the results in the final round of the qualification, I think, if I remember right, the biggest win is like maybe with 3 goals or something like that, and we scored 7 and a clean sheet. So it's a huge result, and it shows the whole Africa that Ghana, we will be ready. I mean,
after the first leg, there was so much noise around your team. How were you able to psych them, get them ready, considering there was just 1 training session that they had before the game?
We can be honest, everybody have been in sports know that to just sit in your room and not do anything for 2-3 days, it affects you in a negative way. And we saw it a little bit in the first half. We were a little bit slow, I felt, and but we stepped up in the second half where we know that we have a great spirit in this group. And even if we are struggling both on and off the pitch sometimes, we always comes back and we always do our best. And I'm so happy with the girls' performance in especially the second half, but overall in the 2 games.
I mean, what will surprise me is that shift in turn from the first half performance to the second half performance. You went to the dressing room with the girls. What was the message? What was communicated at halftime?
Of course, there's always small, like tactical things that you're talking about, but it was more or less to run a little bit more and to make some small changes in how we wanted to press them down. And it gave effect, but the most important thing, as I said to them, like this is not the Ghana level, we can do better in this, and they agree. And they did better in the second half for sure.
And you want to look at some players at your disposal, for instance, those who had their first games in Accra for the very first time, Chantal and Josephine. How integral have they been to this squad since you took over?
Yeah, I mean, we are a great group. I mean, I know that many coaches prefer to talk about the group instead of about one specific players, and sometimes it's a little bit of, excuse my language, but because they're all like leading players. If you take in a team like Zambia or Malawi, for example, they have 2-3 players that makes the difference. That's it. If you can take away them, then you probably can deal with the team. But this team is actually a great like squad, so you can see when we make the changes as well in the game. We use all the 5 subs that we can use, and it gives the team effects. It's not that we drop in quality, and the same thing happened in the game against Egypt in Egypt. So that's our strength. But of course, like players like Chantel and Bonsu, they're helping us like on the pitch with the quality, but also they have a little bit different way to be. So they add something to the group that I really think helps us.
Then again to qualification, it's very important for me. What is the feeling like leading a team to qualification and coming to meet an already qualified team and prepare them for the World Cup? What has the difference been for you?
I don't know. I've been now for a little bit longer time here in Ghana and in Africa overall. So of course, for every hour I spend here, I get to know more and more people. I get a better understanding how they are. How things works here in Ghana, good and bad, but also like football-wise, the style of football is a little bit different to what I'm used to. Even if I have been abroad and I've been coaching players from Africa before, I've been in Asia, I've been in US, in different countries in Europe, it's still a different way to play. So of course it helps me to be here. It helps that this group have been together for a while now. So we are improving and doing things better and better.
You talk about next year's WAFCON, and you talk about the expectation that it will come with, because it's also a World Cup qualifier for the 2027 in Brazil. Are you ready for the expectations that Ghanaians will put to you? And how big of a motivation is that for you heading into that tournament?
I mean, the motivation is the support we're feeling from the people here, and we want to do it for Ghana, of course, but in the end of the day, for me as a coach, I need to stay there and be focused and keep moving. It doesn't matter if I win or I lose, whatever people say, I always need to do my thing. I know that I've been successful over time. I've been head coach for many years. I don't know if it's 17 or 18 years or something like that I've been head coaching for. Yeah. So, and I'm used to do good results. I know what I'm doing, so I need to believe in myself and keep going. So for me, it doesn't change that much. But the potential, of course, some of the players can feel a little bit of pressure, but you also need to enjoy the pressure, because the pressure comes when you do good things, okay? Then people understand, okay, this team and this player is good enough to potentially make good results in a big tournament like WAFCON. And that's something that is just positive in my way to see it.
You talk about your players. One would want to mention, you've barely been a year in charge since you took over this job, but then you've stayed with this team months enough to know them. What do you make of the quality at your disposal?
I mean, the quality in the team is really good. I think there is another level in the team. Also, if you're looking at the players, there are many players that are ready to take the next step. I think many of the players actually, even if they're playing abroad, I think many of them can play in stronger league, in better teams. So I'm looking forward to see more of those kind of moves. I'm happy when I see young players like Comfort and Nancy that they are going to Spain. That's a perfect step for them, in my opinion. So with that, that's gonna, what they doing like day by day in the club team, that's gonna help us in the national team. As a group, you can see that we are improving and doing things better and better together. So it's a mix between what they are doing in the club team, but also what we are doing when we can spend time together.
You look at the history of the WAFCON and you talk about the fact that Nigeria have won the most as far as this tournament is concerned. How do we bridge that gap between, I mean, not necessarily matching the number of titles they've won, but bridging the gap in quality between Nigeria and us as Ghanaians?
I think we are close. We maybe today need to accept Nigeria is the number one in Africa in a women's football. They won the previous WAFCON. So until the next one, they are the champions. But we played against them one friendly before the tournament started in the summer, and there was a close game. I actually felt that we were the better team in the start of it. They had the quality to score the goals. So they because of that, they always stay in the game. But otherwise, I think we are very close to them. But for now, they are the favorites.
Between now and the next WAFCON, there are few months apart. What preparations do you think your team would need heading into that crucial period?
I would love if we can stay together for a couple of weeks before the tournament starts. That's something we will take a look at now when we have qualified for the WAFCON. It depends a little bit with the FIFA window and all those kind of things, but that time really helps us when we can spend more trainings, have more meetings and get together. Otherwise, it's difficult when you only have like 2-3 trainings and you have 2 games because it's almost then more games than actually trainings and meetings, if it makes sense. So that quality time will make the difference if we can have it.
I mean, talking about preparations, the immediate task ahead of this team is that December friendly against England. How big of a friendly or how big of a game is that for you as the head coach and then for the players?
It's a big game, of course. I mean, but I do think the game is maybe more important in the global while because it's I will say maybe the most difficult team in the world to play against England. Okay, they are probably top 4 in the world together with Spain, France, and the US right now. I would love to say Sweden, but we actually have dropped a little bit, so we're maybe number 5. But they are one of the best for sure, and they are a team that's just going to keep going. So it's going to be a difficult game for us. But the result in the friendly game against England away is maybe not the most important. I think the fact that they want to play against us. We are talking about the team that potentially can win the World Cup in Brazil. They are not there to just qualify to the tournament. They're going to go there to win it. Okay. And they want to play against us in their preparation for the World Cup. That says that, okay, Ghana, they are good.
Exactly. It gives that clue. But in your own ways as well, will you fancy playing in some of these countries, this level countries, knowing that you need those kind of games to also beef up your squad?
I think so. Over long term, we need to challenge ourselves, even if it's going to be tough and sometimes very, very difficult, more defending than attack, of course, if you play against the best teams in the world. But sometimes you have to do it. It's to find a balance. Sometimes also you need to play against teams that they are better than, so you can practice in the way you want to play in the attack with build up and everything that comes with that. But you need to have a mix, and right now I'm looking forward to the England game, even if I know it's going to be difficult.
Yeah. When I have conversations with people, one of the things that they talk about as far as the women's national team is concerned is the fact that we've been able to beef up the squad with players with dual citizens. You sit in a position that I don't want to be. Are we likely to see some of these players, with dual citizens, come down, beef up the squad in the next few years ahead?
Yeah, we have like so many good players in Ghana. They a little bit everywhere, I would say that. So of course there are some players that they are already abroad that's knocking on the door, but we also have many local players here. They're doing so well, and I'm looking forward to be more involved in the local leagues, in the local football, to connect more with the coaches. here because they are doing the most important job for us. We need to remember that, and if they do a good job, it will help the national team in the future, of course. And we see that Princesses is doing pretty well as well. I had an extra camp a few months ago in Pram Pram and added just local players, and I mean, we took 4 or 5 players from that camp, and 4 of them are now playing for abroad as well. Like, so we can see that it helps them, but also like we need to have in mind that this squad is doing so well, so I can't just be nice to bring in other players to be friendly. They need to deserve it, but I'm pretty sure that we're going to see more young players that kind of pops up in the first.
And I'm glad you mentioned the bit of the Princesses, because I mean, you take away the Black Queens, obviously they are the ones that people are looking to, and look at the kind of competitions, the fact that they've been able to play at the World Cup for 8 consecutive years, 8 consecutive times, and we've seen you go around them, bringing one of you to play, not to mention someone like Sarah Nyakon. What is the potential of the players in the junior ranks of the team to come into the senior team?
I mean, it's great, but as always, you need to find a balance. I mean, I think we're having a good mix right now. We have some players with experience like Alice Kusi. We have, of course, our captain Portia, and they are helping us a lot. Without them, we are not a team with the same quality. I can be completely honest with that. But we also need to see the young players when they are coming. We need to give them the chances, and I think we are doing it.
Look, I'm glad you mentioned someone like Portia Boache. For someone who's been through, I mean, it all, played as a winger, played as a midfielder, and now settled as a defender. How crucial is her leadership among the other leaders in the team to this team, I mean, since you took over?
She's great. I couldn't do it without her. I'm honest with that. She's leading the team off the pitch, especially on the pitch as well, but the job she's doing off the pitch, when the camera is not there, it's great. So I'm super happy to have her as a captain, and she deserves the best.
What has been the best game you've overseen, or you've been on the touchline and been left surprised or in awe of the performance of your team?
I think we improved in every game in the WAFCON, and I would say like how we played in Algeria, we did well. I would say with less recovery time when we played in Morocco in the front of a full house, we did so well. We were absolutely the best team on the pitch, and even if we were tired and we had our excuses to lay down and give up, we didn't do it. We were fighting to the end. We lost on penalties, but that game I think we deserved the win against Morocco. So I think that game potential with the bronze game against South Africa when we won the medal, those 2 games, the game against Morocco and the game against South Africa, I would say that is the best that we have played, even if we lost the game against Morocco on penalties. But that's how it is when you play against good teams. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, even if you're the better team.
I think I was in Morocco did again with you at the press conference after the defeat to Morocco, and one of the things that popped up was the fact that whether you were going to stay with the team in the long term. You mentioned you wanted to stay. Yesterday, after the win over Egypt, same question was put to you, whether you are going to stay with us in the long term. Now I'm asking, I mean, it's a personal conversation. Maybe there's a change of mind. What is the future of Kim Bjorkegren with the Black Queens in the long term?
No, I want to stay. I really like it here. I like to see how the girls is taking steps, and we as a team are doing the same thing. So I'm happy here, so I prefer to stay.
You've been in Ghana for quite a while. What have been your key moments? I mean, away from football stuff, what have been your key moments, your highlights over your period and your stay here?
Now you took away the game yesterday, because that would be my answer otherwise. But there are many things. It's me and Ronnie Berdal, the coach that I had with me. We are smiling a lot here. Of course, they have challenges as well, but every day have something that is like very unique for us, and And today when we went to the factory, for example, it was great to see all of the people there that were supporting us yesterday, and now we can support them a little bit. So that was a fun thing as well. I mean, when we came back at the airport, I have to say the support at the airport early morning after the WAFCON, I mean, that was amazing. I will take that one. I'll take that one.
Sure. And before I let you go, obviously you have to tell Ghanaians something. I mean, they've been so supportive since the WAFCON period till now. What would be your message for them? And this time I would like you to look into the camera, give them a message.
Yeah, the message I can give is that me, together with the staff and the players, we will do everything to be even better in the future. We're going to go to the WAFCON, we're going to work hard, we're going to start with make sure that we are the top 4, and when we are the top 4, we're going to do everything to go for the goal. If it's possible or not, we will see, but we will fight for it, I can guarantee that.
Thank you very much, Coach.
Thank you.
Morning and welcome to the time for us to go into what the papers are reporting. You know what? Today is 31st of October. We're wrapping up the month of October in pinks, because this is a pink month, right? We are celebrating or creating awareness about breast cancer. Have you checked yours? If you haven't, and you hear of these free screenings, please kindly do. Even if you don't have any free screening, go to the hospital and screen for your own benefit. It's important to get to know your status, whether you are getting close to getting the cancer, or because, as they say, early detection saves lives. So please, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, try and get checked. Today, I've been joined in the studio by Kwame Nkrumah. He's General Secretary of the CPP. Kwame, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, brother.
I trust all is well.
Yes.
Okay. And we also have Nelson Kofi Jabab. He's MP for Kratche East. Honorable, good morning.
Good morning.
Is the bill going to come, the anti-LGBT bill? Is it going to come to Parliament? Are we going to see anything pass like that? Oh no, this is just an intro I'm giving you.
Good morning, Kwame.
You didn't
put Honorable on the spot. You greeted Kwame. He responded. I've not yet responded.
You see now they are calling him to give him the response.
They are calling to ask you, why is the man throwing the question at the face like that?
Honorable. Okay, how are you?
I'm fine, my brother. How are you too?
Oh, I'm well.
So, my people are fine, the good people of Kratche East.
Okay.
Right away from Askoko to Dambai.
You have to take me there one of these days, to Kratche East.
This is the right time to go there.
Okay, why?
We have tasty tilapia
in
the market.
Okay.
We have tasty puna yams, better yams. In Dambai market, you go, you like one.
Oh.
So I will take you there one of these days.
Oh, it will be exciting.
Yeah? I tell you.
All of us should go as a team.
Oh, yes, yeah, we should.
Go as a team. When we are descending from Rara Mountain to Askoko River, you like it. It's a very nice.
Rara is part of your constituency.
Rara is when you are almost about leaving the Biakuye constituency or Biakuye district, and then entering the Kratche East. Yes.
I got to learn about Rara through the Minerals Commission boss. I think he's the chief there also.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
I think so.
Okay.
Anyway, but then back to my question. I don't know. You've been talking about it in Parliament. Parliamentarians have been. Someone says, "Oh, it was passed," but the Speaker says, "No, it was not passed. What was passed is dead. We should have it again." What have you been hearing about it?
If we should pass it again, it will definitely come.
Okay.
And you being journalist, don't jump before the gun. I know you'll be there. I will invite you.
Okay.
If it will begin the whole process again.
Okay.
Okay. So for now, let's leave it where it is.
Okay. I have the Daily Graphic newspaper. It says Ghana France deepened bond on the front page. OSP to prosecute Ofori-Atta 5 others over SML deal. Dr. Elombi takes over as Afri-Exim Bank's 4th president. pledges to deepen impact, strengthen partnerships. At the back page of the paper, bring breast cancer treatment under NHIS. You got it right, as I'm in my, pink shirt. At the back page of the story, they say bring breast cancer treatment under NHIS. That's according to a survivor. Survivors, a group of them are calling for that. 3 Bono police officers interdicted over extortion. Okay, I saw a video of that just before I got into the studio. Let's see how that goes. Daily Gist, 50.9 billion cedis big push cash sparks chaos. And that's because Parliament is questioning why that has been done. The 50.9 billion is to be spent over 3 years, but Parliament says that should have come. So the Daily Gist newspaper is reporting that particular story, that the 50.9 billion cedis cash that the Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta has agreed that it must be spent over 3 years should have gotten parliamentary approval. Also, NSS Ghost name scandal. The inside story is on the Daily Gist page 2. Get the story and get details. Okoboy fires health minister over limbs controversy. Minority takes on Oda MC over Galamsey bribe. And water shortage hits Teshinungwa because the salination plant, I understand, has been shut down. The story will be on Joy News, so you can follow the particular one too. OSP on Mark's dubious SML deal. The story is on page 2 of the Daily Gist. Ex-Buffer Stock CEO, wife granted 150 million Ghana cedis bail in theft case. That's from the Daily Gist newspaper. Let's do the new finder. Professor Sumin urges building of gold reserves while prices remain high. 3% tax on small businesses will improve revenue, but lazy man's approach, economist says. That's the new Finder newspaper. Ghanaians spend 4 billion cedis on tourism abroad in 2023. You can get details on page 12 of that paper. 4 business chambers host networking joint cocktail in Accra. Let's do the Custodian newspaper now. The Custodian on the front page, MPP validates Northeast delegate album. Okay, so that's in preparation for their January 31 presidential primary. So get details of that story on page 2. Sack Bream Central MC over Galamsey deals minority to Mahama. Okoboy refute Akando's claims on Lightwave e-health contract. Agriculture Minister praises women in cocoa farming and agri-business. Mahama reject RTI request on ex gratia. That's it there. Let me come to you, Honorable. You have, well, okay. And then, just when we were on it, we were joined by our own man, Apia Dankwa. He's the Director of Legal Affairs of the UP. The UP Plus, I'm told.
Yeah, UP Plus.
Apia, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
That's all good?
Yeah, I'm English yourself.
Great, I'm well. Yeah, Honorable, let's get into your paper. You have the news center, right? Let's look at the front pages. What do you have there?
The first one, I have a Shaibu Edges Balance Regulation for Digital Finance Growth. We have economy showed strong recovery in 2024, and that is by ISSER. Then we said invest gold, windfall in value addition. Then Mahama dodges ex gratia questions. Then Nana Kunadu Ajiman Rollins was the year Asantua of our time. Okay. That is by Hosi.
Okay, that's fine. The inside newspaper, let me have it and check it. No, the inside, I mean.
Okay.
So on the front page of the inside, it says, good news for cancer patients. As Morgan and Sons, Virupaksha Organics joined forces to establish new cancer treatment center in Ghana. Wow, that will be good news.
Yeah.
That will be an awesome piece. It is, because it has been announced that Morgan and Sons, Virupaksha Organics joined forces to establish new cancer treatment center here in Ghana. So please get details of the inside paper of that story on page 5 of the inside. Now, OSP chases Ofori-Atta 5 others over controversial SML GRA contract. Ada Citizens Forum calls for probe into DC's alleged neglect of official bungalow. And Helena Mensah steps forward as a trusted hand for Ashanti NPP Treasury position. Court issues bench warrant for the arrest of 10 suspected SAND winners over alleged destruction of 2021 Accra Best Farmers crops. And Putin's Russia test unstoppable underwater weapon that can cause radioactive tsunamis. Hey.
Wow. Somebody destroys crops or farms?
Yes. 10 suspected SAND winners. They destroyed the crops of the Accra Best farmer for 2021.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but the Russian story is one that will put shivers down your spine. Anyway, Mr. Dango, let's check you have the Daily Guide newspaper on the front page.
Yeah, so NSA ghost name scandal. OSP slapped with 800 million Ghana cedis bill. And NDC super majority MPs absent, says the minority. A soldier arrested for assaulting pharmacist customer. Ofori-Atta, 5 others face OSP charges. And Macron talk maritime security.
Okay, so that's on the front page of the Daily Guide newspaper. 800 million cedis bail. Eish. Anyway, Mr. Mojo, let me come to you. You have the publisher.
I have the Ghanaian publisher. Have Ghana, France strengthened ties at Paris Peace Forum. Galamsey extortion. Minority demands dismissal of Birim Central MC. Lightwave saga. Okuboy exposes Akando's lies. And finally, Babin warns truant MPs.
Okay, all right. So those are the papers those are the issues that the papers are reporting this morning. As for because of time, I'll just give you 1 minute to give us your reflection, and then we can move on. Let me start with you.
We're in pink October.
Yes, we're wrapping up.
And I'm happy to see that you are also in your pink. It's a divine coincidence. And I'm reminded of a quotation by Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, where he stated the 5 sectors that we measure our progress by. And to paraphrase, he started with health, education, utilities, happiness, and finally, independence. So the one who brought independence even put health ahead of independence. He said, we shall measure our progress by the improvement in the health of our people, number of children in school, availability of water and electricity, happiness which our people take in being able to manage our own affairs. And in the same way, page 57 of the 7-year development plan, it is said the Ghanaian farmer has a comparatively low productivity for a number of reasons. His own level of nutrition and health affects his productivity. In the same 7-year development plan, if you look at the social services component, after education, health was number 2 in the level of expenditure. And finally, page 173, it says, from its small beginnings as a colonial medical service, the Ghana Medical Service has now grown into a truly national health service. As we celebrate Pink October, I'm happy to hear about the steps made towards cancer treatment. And I heard you read about breast cancer survivors saying that it should come under the National Health Service. And I think that from the vision of our founder, Osajifo, it is about time that we had these treatments put under the National Health Service. And I think His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, he's taken some steps in that direction, even though it is more or less his own initiative and not a totally state initiative with Mahama Cares, which has a lot of concentration on cancer. Cancer treatment is so expensive. It's so expensive that if you are under a certain income bracket and you get cancer, it's more or less a death sentence. So I would say that at the top of my mind, let's put politics aside and see how we can bring cancer under the NHIS so that people will not die needlessly.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Yes. Danko.
Yeah. So let me wish all our viewers a good morning. Wish yourself a good morning. It's been a while. And my own brother Osajifo, good morning. Hanover, good morning. Hopefully we can have this discussion in service of our country. So when my brother was speaking, he mentioned we should put aside our politics. And you know, in Ghana, we will keep on saying that anytime we tend to speak about something that is noble, we always tend to end it with, let's put the politics aside. Meanwhile, when you understand politics, politics isn't supposed to be something which is dirty, but politics is supposed to be something which is honorable. And I think when you think about what politics is, and you think about the definition given to politics by Aristotle, that politics is the master science that uses all the other sciences for the purpose of creating a strong state and ensuring that the well-being of the citizens are guaranteed. When you think about that, and you think about how we do politics here, and I think especially over the past few weeks, when you hear about the extent to which we use politics to create a very weak state, as in OSP is slapped with 800 million bill, alleged to have stolen 2.2 billion Ghana cedis together with what's it called, Gifty Owari. Read Ofori-Atta 5 others face the extent to which they are alleged to have taken the resources of the state. You understand Hanan's case, and you look at how we've done politics here, and sadly, we have not done politics that serves the state's interest. We've done politics where we've used the state, where we've made the state to serve our parochial interest. And because of that, after 32 years of this Fourth Republic, we've created a country or a system that is unable to meet the needs of the people. So today, my thought is that all politicians, in whichever capacity you find yourself in, whether you are a member of the ruling government, whether you are in opposition, whether you are a CSO, whether you are a journalist, you understand, whether you are just a political commentator, whatever you do, as in we need a renewal, we need to reflect and to renew our commitment to why we do politics. And we do politics because we want to serve. And until that is done, until we do politics whose focus is to serve the interest of the people, until we do politics where our focus is to build a strong state, then this noble cause, this noble calling, whose end is for us to serve our people, the state, will become poison. That's if it has not already become a poison toward the state. So let all of us renew our minds and let us do politics politics that serves the people, politics that builds a strong country. When we've done that, then we can benefit from politics.
Okay. Honorable Nelson.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I'm looking at the good news for cancer patients.
Okay. Let me try and bring in Prof as well, so that people know that Prof is here. Yeah. So Prof Isaac Bode is the Dean of normally I say department, I'm sorry, it's the faculty, right? Is what?
I accept everything.
No, it's a faculty.
Accounting.
Exactly. Because when I
you always worry, Prof.
Because if I say he's a faculty and dean of the accounting and finance department, I'm in trouble. It's not but he's a faculty. So yes. Honorable, let's go.
The good news for cancer treatment. Cancer patients, as Morgan and Sons joins forces to establish new cancer treatment center in Ghana. This is good news indeed. This is going to be one of its kind, a state-of-the-art cancer treatment center. And you read the news, the story has it that it's going to be the first of its kind in the whole of Africa. Sub-Saharan African region, and what could be more than this. And we would like to use this medium to also appeal to our researchers into science and related medicines. When I mention this, what comes to my mind is Mampoekwa PIM,
okay,
where we know that we have research into traditional medicines. Yeah. In fact, this will not only boost our bilateral or multilateral cooperations, is going to improve the economy of India The more you give, the more you get. Because people will travel there to go and learn their science, their culture, their everything, even as they try to learn their scientific ways of coming out with medicines that can cure or can treat cancer. So I see this as a challenge for our Ghanaian scientists to go deeper also into their research. Of course, this is good news. When they establish it, we will need people with requisite knowledge or background to be able to man it for us so that the cost of treating cancer will become less as compared to those days or times when you have to travel abroad at that very exorbitant cost, which sometimes you don't even have or you cannot afford to go and treat cancer. And may I also say kudos, or I need to say kudos, or congratulate President Mahama. If I say congratulate President Mahama, you understand the direction I'm coming from. Yeah. Yes, because this is why the president, in his own wisdom, came out with a medical care or a bill that certain illness that cannot be catered for or are not covered by health insurance, we should vote special fund. And when my President Kojo was speaking, he alluded to that. So people who are, unfortunately, that may fall victim to these diseases, they can be catered for because they are Ghanaians. So this is the president that cares about your people. This is the president who thinks about your welfare. And I want all to support the idea that the president is bringing on board. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much, Honorable Jabbar. Prof, today we're doing just a minute. So if you have any reflection, if you don't have, then I can go into the papers.
Oh, basically on the news by Ghana News, gold surges, I think around $4,000 per ounce. And it's a good news for Ghana. And what it matters for Ghana is just Ghana is a major producer of gold and exporter of gold. So when we see such a surge in price of gold, it means that it improves our forex earnings and then helps the mining revenue as well. In terms of trade also will improve. But what are the advantages that we can take out of this? Can we take this advantage, negotiate on royalties rate as well? If we are having such a surge in price of gold, then the royalty rate, we can look at it. Any windfall, the country must take advantage.
Okay.
So that's another angle I'm looking at. And if you're also looking at a surge in price of gold, what happens to developmental infrastructure projects? We should use the earnings to do those things, not only to throw into the system. And we don't see anything that's happening.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much, Prof. Let's start with the Daily Graphic, page 13. OSP to Prosecutor Ofori-Atta, 5 others over SML deal. And the story says the Office of the Special Prosecutor has indicated that it will prosecute 6 former senior public officials, including the former Minister of Finance, Ken Ofori-Atta, for their alleged roles in what it describes as the unlawful and wasteful engagement of Strategic Mobilization Ghana Limited in revenue assurance contracts with the Ghana Revenue Authority. The prosecutions are expected to start before the end of November 2025, following what the OSP described as, quote, overwhelming evidence, unquote, of procurement irregularities, poor value for money outcomes, and undeserved payment to the company. Well, let me start with you, Lawyer Botu. I mean, there are people who have argued that if the OSP believes so much in the evidence he has, why not go to court to prosecute the people, but to rather resort to what they call public, prosecution of these people, and they feel that it's against the ethics of the law profession.
You know, it's a very good question, and it's an issue that has two sides. I think my first degree, I did political science, and one of the things that we're taught was that the state should not only do, but should let the people also know what they are doing. And in this age of social media, any silence, any vacuum can lead to upheaval of voices against you. If you look at the various Gen Z issues happening all over the world. So sometimes these press conferences may look like a knee-jerk reaction. Sometimes too, it can be strategic. Honestly speaking, I don't know which angle the OSP is coming from. But to speak from a legal standpoint, and as somebody that one of the areas I've done in my short years of practices is criminal law. When you charge somebody for court, the fact is you can go to court. Sometimes you ask the court to grant you an adjournment and even ask that the accused person be detained for about 14 days because you are still carrying out your investigations and you're afraid he may interfere in investigations. So sometimes you have enough evidence to charge the person, but you may not have enough evidence to secure a conviction. At the same time, too, you may have enough evidence to secure a conviction, but you have got wind of other issues, and you'd want to bring all, because in law, it says, bring everything at once. One thing the justice system hates is piecemeal litigation. As in, oh, today we found this, we are doing the case. Oh, the person's in Sao, but we just discovered this other thing. Let's go and bring him back. No, that can fall under the double jeopardy rule. So speaking from a strictly legal standpoint, it's possible that the OSP feels they now have enough to charge the individuals, but they may have other charges that they may want to bring. That is why they are given that timeline. But at the same time, too, we also have to consider it's always a delicate balance. At the end of the day, you win some, you lose some. Even as an accused person, there are people who have been sentenced to death and later on, with DNA evidence, been found that they were wrongly convicted, but they are dead and gone. So you can even be convicted and sentenced and years later found to be innocent. So I rather would err on the side of caution when it comes to these public statements. You can, I mean, and there are always reporters in court. So I would say that when you are ready to go to court, you go to court. The court is a public place, with the exception of cases that involve divorce, minors, and all that, which are held in chambers. Others are in public. Anybody can go and sit and listen. So I don't know which angle the OSP is coming from. But I mean, the OSP is a seasoned lawyer. I don't think I can say I come anywhere near his years of practice or his competence. And maybe one day I'll understand the angle that he's coming from. But I would rather prefer, if you're ready, charge them. The media is there to report. You can release occasional progress reports when the case is already in court. But be that as it may, I think it is good that the OSP, the AG's department, EOCO, it seems they are constantly on the move, which is a good thing, because we realize that in Africa, one of our problems, as my brother said, is self-enrichment in politics. I, for one, I got into politics because in my first year of practice as a people, I drove to Registrar General to go and carry out some business on behalf of the firm. When I went there were red ribbons there, and I found out that they were on strike because they hadn't been paid for 3 months, and I just lost it. From there, I drove straight to the CPP headquarters. I'm like, put him on as many committees as possible. We cannot be in a country where our brothers and sisters have not been paid for 3 months. And it's not like we don't have the resource. We have it. But stomach politics. That is not to say these people are guilty, because it's innocent until
proven guilty.
But I would want to commend OSP, EOCO, and AG and other institutions for the zeal with which they are carrying out.
Okay. Let me bring in another lawyer. Lawyer Pia Dankwa. So, I mean, where do you stand when people say that, yes, it's good that you let us know all of this, but in the minds of the people, it appears as though they've been crucified already, and therefore the OSP should rather go to court than giving all of these public statements that in the minds of those who are opposed, so to say, you are judging them even before you go to court.
Well, I personally do not see anything wrong with the public briefing, especially because of the nature of the offences. These are, I know criminal law is a public law, but these are public-related offences as against offences that may be private, even though all criminal actions are public, in nature. We are talking about people who are being alleged to have plundered state resources. And so because of the nature of the offences and because of the high interest nature of the cases, having your public discourse ought to be in the right direction. I see there's a very fine line between giving public transparency updates and losing the legitimacy of your actions. There's a very fine line because you run the danger of falling into what I'll call give the dog a bad name and hang it. You understand? Because for about 10 months, the OSP has been giving us public updates on Ken Ofori-Atta without a charge. You understand? And that's the problem. And so let's say if there was a charge and you are giving us public updates, there wouldn't have been any issue. But for 10 months, you call for what's called a press conference, and Ofori-Atta has done this, and Ofori-Atta has done that. Meanwhile, there's no charge. Even as we speak, is there a charge? No. Because saying that I'm going to charge is not the same as I've charged you. You understand? Even where you've charged the person is still considered to be innocent, proving so. You understand? So I think we must be careful. You understand? I'd rather go the way I does things. But even sometimes he comes and says that this person has done that, and yet no charge has been preferred. What's called
against the person.
What's called against them. So for me, you see, it is critical that as much as we act in a manner that seems to suggest that we are following the abiding principles of probity and accountability, we do not also behave in a manner that will cause our legal and legitimate actions to fall under the illegitimate space where the people stop or cease to have confidence in the ability of people who are meant to be the vanguard of the principles of probity and accountability. Also, the OSP must also bear, as in when he is acting, bear in mind the purpose for which the OSP was set up in the first place. Some of us have issues with how it was set up, but they have been set up. Now, the purpose of the OSP being set up was to take away the fear that governments prosecuting people is driven by partisan consideration as against the good of the state. You understand? Because all the offences he's charging what's called Ken by, but things that happened what's called sometime 2022, 2022, most of them are documentary in nature. Every year we are granted the auditor's report. You understand? Why did the OSP not have the cojones to bring these actions, these press conferences against Ofori-Atta when the MPP was in power? Why is it now? Is it not defeating the purpose for which the OSP was set up in the first place? Is it not creating a situation where people feel that, listen, if your party is in power, then nothing can happen to you? Because the only reason why we set up the OSP was to create a situation where prosecution will not have the partisan coloring. But to have sat down and not have done anything, and I has waited for how many years to bring these actions, for me, it takes a lot away from the purpose for which the OSP was set up. Having said that, it's better late than ever. For me, I have no issue with the OSP and Attorney General saying things that suggest that they believe in the strength of their case. Because before a lawyer takes up a case, or my brother is here, no lawyer will go to court if they do not believe in the strength of their case. Would you go to court if you don't believe you win? You understand? So far as the OSP is concerned, or the Attorney General is concerned, like in the case of the Hanan case, he believes that he has enough evidence to secure a conviction. And he's saying that does not in any way mean that he's prejudging. He's not a judge. He is a prosecutor. And once he takes up a case and he's prosecuting, then he believes that the person is guilty in his head. But at the end of the day, it's a judge that has to make a decision. So if the prosecutor is saying that, listen, I have this case, I believe this person, I have enough evidence to secure a conviction, I don't see the big deal about that. But he is a prosecutor. He's not a judge. It would have been a problem if it were the judge saying that, listen, I've seen enough evidence to convict somebody.
No, but as you even said, you said the OSP 10 months now, he's always been giving briefings on Ofori-Atta without a charge. And that's the argument of the lawyer of Ofori-Atta and other people, that why always come give us an update without a single charge? By that, it looks like you are prosecuting him in a public space and not going to court.
No. So I've jumped onto the Attorney General.
Okay.
I'm done with. I'm done with my view.
You are combining the two.
Yeah, because you see,
the CSB case.
Yeah, and then Hanan's case. You know, the minority came out that, listen, the AG seems to have judged them already, or seems to suggest that they are already guilty. And I'm saying that no lawyer will go to court when he does not believe in the strength. Well, I won't go to court if I don't believe in the strength of your case.
But isn't it also because of the details that were given? For example, listing, because after that, I've seen videos of a building allegedly belonging to Hanan at you call it Airport Hills or so, you know, because of the details that the AG brought. And that's why some lawyers argue that when you don't go to court to prosecute the case and get judgment to then prove the guy, and you come out with all of those details, it makes people view them in a certain way that maybe the court will not agree with you.
No, I disagree with that view completely. One, like my brother said, first of all, apart from marital cases and cases involving minors, all cases are public in nature. Yes, and now we do public accounts committee. We are talking about states where people have to even declare their assets, and we are saying even the manner in which they declare their assets, it does not benefit anybody. It does not benefit us in upholding the principles of probity and accountability. So if the the Attorney General, whose client is the people of Ghana, when he prosecutes and seeks justice in the name of the people of Ghana, comes and says that, listen, I'm going to charge you, I've charged this guy, and he's done the A, B, C, D. He's like, what is wrong with that? In fact, we should commend the AG in line with the principles and values enshrined in our constitution. You understand? For coming out to do what he's doing. My only issue is, like I said, like in the OSP's case, where for 10 months he's briefing us, meanwhile he's not even preferred a charge. In fact, my biggest issue is the fact that he didn't have the courage to bring these charges against, to be doing what he was doing against Ofori-Atta when the MPP was in power. Defeating the purpose for which the OSP was set up in the first place. We say you are independent, you are supposed to be non-partisan, and you didn't have the courage to bring all these issues up when they were in power. Does it not defeat the purpose for which the OSP was set up in the first place?
Okay.
So for me, I support what the Attorney General
is doing.
And when I say I'm not talking about the OSP, I say I support what the Attorney General doing. I don't have any issue with his briefings. I don't have any issues with his confidence in the case. Yes, we have no lawyer will take a matter to court if he does not believe in the strength.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you very much. Robert Jabal.
Thank you very much.
You talk about Ken Ofori-Atta.
Yeah, exactly, yes.
That case, we discuss it here time and again, and it keeps lingering in the public space.
Yeah.
And my good friend asks, why should OSP wait all those days? And right now, they decided to come out with issues about the administration of the former Finance Minister and, of course, Ken Ofori-Atta. Now, the question I ask myself simply, or I want to put to him, is that we should try to remember the history of OSP, how OSPs were appointed. Right from 2017, the current OSP was not the first OSP to be appointed. Martin Alamisi Amidu was the first OSP. Was appointed under bizarre circumstances. How did it end? He was fired.
No.
He resigned.
He resigned.
Fine, he resigned.
Exactly.
And when he resigned, he came out to tell us something.
Yeah.
That the president then, he could not work with him, describing the president as the mother serpent of corruption. So it means that the man's hands were tied. And knowing the caliber and nature of Martin Amidu, who could not be tamed, the man decided to find his way out. So if Kisia Jabi knows that if I come out to say something about an appointee, and of course not any ordinary appointee of Akufo Bawumia's administration, but their darling Ken Ofori-Atta, I will be compelled to resign. And he didn't want to lose his job. I feel that was why.
But doesn't that also then validate Appiah Danquah's point?
Yeah.
Then it doesn't make you the OSP we are looking for.
No,
because Martin will keep quiet.
But I am thinking aloud. I'm just saying that this is why the gentleman wanting to protect his job, was quiet in his own corner. Because your friend has gone to do it. He said, "You are an answer. Is that not it?"
No, but you see, so what your argument means is that then he will never be able to prosecute people of this regime. That's the argument Appiah Danquah is putting.
He will be able to prosecute people depending on the political leadership. The man will be able to prosecute people under His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
Okay.
But under that leadership, he couldn't and he dare not. So probably that is my mind. Judging from what we saw, that is why I think that the man, in trying to keep his job, he was quiet. Didn't mean that he didn't know what to do. Number two, you realize that time and again, Ken Ofori-Atta, either the lawyers or the wife, there was a time the wife came out that when he's well, he will soon return home, home is home. So it means that they are in constant talk with OSP. So probably that is why the OSP is not a hasty in preferring charges against him with the hope, with the belief that this is a Ghanaian. And if he says he's seeking medical treatment, let's give him benefit of doubt. Let's give him some time so that he can concentrate in treating himself. In fact, around June, OSP even gave him timelines. That around this time, if you don't come, we were going to prefer some charges against you.
Yes, so why don't you prefer those charges? No,
you don't know what has been their new bargain. That time the wife came, that he was ready to come. It's only that he was still treating himself. You understand me? I listened to quite senior lawyers like Martin Kpebu, who was of the view that he could be prosecuted in absentia. But I was looking at this under Article 17 of our Constitution. And I think the person needed to have at least appeared in court.
Yeah. No. Article 19. Check Article 19.
Sorry?
He can be Article 93, I think.
Yes, he can be charged in absentia.
Can be tried.
Prosecuted and tried in absentia.
But lawyer, I spoke to other lawyers who also believe, like he's saying, that at least he has to be there for the trial to start.
Let's go to Article 19. These are factual issues.
Where Article 19?
You have a constitution.
Article 19, the constitution is here.
Let's just go and then.
Where Kpebu is quoting
But article needs to be interpreted.
Oh, listen, it's
so you can. But if you can do it, why hasn't it?
So ask him. Ask him.
You have your glasses, or the lines are too small for me.
19.
Okay. Is it 3? See, the trial of a person charged with a criminal offense. The trial of a person charged with a criminal offense shall take place in his presence unless he refuses to appear before the court for the trial to be conducted in his presence after he has been duly notified of the trial.
Oh, okay.
Unless he refuses.
Yeah.
But this is the man whose wife is lawyers.
He's refusing to appear. If he's been charged. So he's been charged.
He's been charged.
Yes. But if he's, and that's why I'm saying that for 10, even in fact, 2 years, and a lot of offenses happened, you haven't charged him.
Yeah.
So you are not taking the necessary steps, you understand, for justice to be done in the first place. But he can be tried in absentia. It's clear there.
Okay.
Am I making my point there?
Yes.
So I feel that because he has not formally appeared before any competent under Ghanaian jurisprudence, that is why he's not been tried in absentia. But assuming he had been...
But the law that was read right now says that he can if he's charged.
Yes, that's why I'm saying that under the circumstances that the person continued to play a bargain, that I am coming, I am recovering, I will soon be there, giving timelines. This is where the OSP has difficult in going straight forward.
Okay.
In fact, to prosecute it to look like as if it's witch hunting.
Yeah.
The person is telling you, I am not well. Yeah. My doctors are telling me that by this time, I will be well and I will come home. I will submit myself to the laws of Ghana. I will submit myself to your office. In fact, under the human face circumstance, it will be difficult to go ahead to prosecute such a person or charge him in absentia. So I think, though I'm not working at the OSP, I think this is what OSP is considering and delaying up to this time. But I think when we have reached, they should crack the whip. Enough should be enough. Once there are enough grounds justified or guarded by the laws of Ghana, the Constitution, Article 19, as we have here, just read, then all the excuses he has given are too many. Around this point, if Ken Ofori-Atta is still not ready to appear, to submit himself to the laws of Ghana, to at least answer questions, then I think he should be prosecuted or he should be charged in absentia. Because the amount, if you look at SML alone, the amount is about 1.5 billion Ghana cedis. Oh, this is no small money.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the amount is almost 1.5 billion Ghana cedis. You see, and you look at the bizarre circumstances under which these monies were released to SML.
Because
they tell you that even SML has no capacity, common system for them to have CCVR in custom system. They don't have it. So what warranted the signing or engagement of such a contractor that has no capacity?
But the OSP himself also said the reason why he is taking a certain amount from SML is because the SML installed certain systems in place to help it execute the contract. He mentioned the one they used to monitor the flows from on the pipes, the system they set up in the offices and all of that. So, I mean, the OSP himself acknowledged that they have indeed put in place measures to do the work. So where's this coming from?
What I'm saying is that you are putting systems. It's different from you have the capacity. The report is telling us that the man doesn't have... Look, even before you can operate as SML, that hasn't probably any prior knowledge of the systems over there. You needed to link to a company. That was why West Blue came in. You read about West Blue?
Yes.
West Blue came in. Yeah. And you see, as they were not having the prior legal mandate because there was no mandate banding the West Blue to release their data to SML to operate. So all these things were rushed. And one questions himself, why was this rush? Why was this rush? So to me, the legitimacy of one's question for Ken Ofori-Atta to appear and answer questions, I support it 100%.
Okay, all right. Prof, let me bring you in then.
Well, it's becoming one too many. This issue, I don't know what will happen tomorrow. But the role of OSP, the Ghana's independent anti-corruption agency, set out or established to, first of all, investigate and prosecute public officials or those who are politically exposed in other institutions. From where I sit in any day, I will support an agency and institutions established to unravel corrupt deeds and acts in any day, in any form. Because the amount that we lose as a country, huge. So when we have these institutions, the OSP, the AG, and the rest, they must be supported. They must be supported to help reduce our revenue leakages in the country, and corrupt acts and the rest. I chanced on their website a few weeks ago when I was trying to do my private studies on OSP website. In fact, they must be supported. If you check, I've not seen any website in Ghana by any other institutions in terms of what they put out there. They give you details of cases they've taken control, the status of those cases, where they have reached. In fact, detailed website. And we are also hoping, praying that these information they put out there should translate into what we are discussing today. The two sides of the coin. In as much as we try to support institutions that will help reduce corruption in our country, we must also find a better way of protecting our companies and those who are also helping increasing the revenue flow of this country. Because businesses watch or companies watch beyond our shoulders what is happening in Ghana. When we talk about this SML deal and OSP case, I have different opinions about this. Today we are mentioning this case. I asked myself, I was scribbling something here, would the defendant be able to appear and be tried? Today, he's not well, he'll be coming. Would this person come and be tried? What are the exact charges that will be brought? I don't know as I sit here. You read one. If you Google, you check on internet, different accusations and all that. What is the scope of the contract and the value for money analysis? I have no idea. I asked another question. Is SML operating or not operating at the moment? Who contracted XML? I'm sure GRA. A GRA increasing their revenue stream in absence of SML? We are yet to. We don't know. What other venues would GRA put in place to increase their revenue? And the last time, the boss of GRA said, Ghana, I think we are going to lose a percentage of our revenues will not come. I don't know whether it's because of SML. I don't know. But the key point is that I am looking at value for money here. I'm looking at companies helping increasing our revenue flow of this country. If a company is found culpable and find itself into this, the law must work. But again, how much are we losing in terms of revenue? What's really the rest to do their own? Today, businesses they don't operate on a physical, having shops and stores. They operate online. What mechanisms are GRA putting in place to be able to get these people to pay revenue into our state? We don't know. If you check and look at the operations of XML, who did the academic exercise some months ago on this XML? We're checking the revenue leakages in the country and the fact that they're able to get some huge revenue to the country. We're looking at those things. But if there are other issues beyond us, we don't know, the law must work. But we must not all the time appear in public, always talking about this transaction. There should be a finality to this. But from all the indications, it appears OSP has a detailed case prepared. So if you have a detailed case prepared, what is the next thing to do?
You charge. The lawyers say charge.
Implement.
And go to court.
And that's
argue your case out.
We all have a freedom and liberty to do and move on to the next issue that we have in our country.
Okay.
We have a lot in our country to talk about.
Okay. Thank you very much. Let's move on from there and deal with one issue that Honorable wants to run away from, but we have to talk about it. The LGBTQI plus bill. Now, the Moses Famoni and his group, they say they are going to pray for President Mahama to lose sleep if he fails to pass and accept the anti-LGBTQI plus bill. Let me start from you, Lawyer Dankwa. Last time the debate was that, the 8th Parliament passed the bill, and so it passed. Then the Speaker says, no, it died with the 8th Parliament. The 9th Parliament will have to enact it again. Now, from details we're hearing, it looks like nobody is even really committed to doing this. But from where you sit, what must we do?
So it boils down to my thought. Why we do politics? Why do our politicians do politics in this country? You see, if you are driven by a principle, and one thing I know is that principles don't change. Strategy may change, your activities may change, but principles don't change. So if the reason why what fueled your passion to push for the passing of this bill was based on principle, then it shouldn't change. But you see, people push it because of their partisan political capital they could make out of it. Because that's what everything happening suggests to me. That's the reason why the bill was pushed, was not born out of a genuine belief that our family values as Ghanaians was under threat. That's a smart politician. Know that, listen, I have something that I can latch on to make political capital out of. You understand? And it goes both sides. You get a picture. For me, the same passion. I'd rather Sam George even leads this agenda.
Sam George, no?
Even leads this agenda. He should lead. If the speaker is saying that it's died with the 8th Parliament, if I were Sam George, I would lead the agenda again. Somebody else should be leading the agenda. He should lead the agenda again to tell all of us that his position was born out of principle. You understand? To shame people, please, you get your chance. You get your chance. You get your chance. Sam George was the one who pushed that effort. We all, you see, I have my own view about this LGBTQ. I recall that what's called one of the media houses called me. My wife was sitting by me, and I laid out there. Unfortunately, both would tell me, I don't know if it's a weakness or strength, but me, I don't mind speaking what I honestly believed in. And I believe that there were portions of the LGBT of the act,
the bill that was passed
that were problematic. You understand? There were portions of it I felt were problematic. So me being good old Abigi, I said that. Then my wife kicked me. Do I honestly believe in what I'm saying? Well, she's so hypercritic and she thinks that it should be passed. I said, listen, you are talking about an act that even if you hold yourself,
yes,
you understand? Well, we know that the basic principle of criminal law is that in every crime you need an actus reus and a mens rea. And you holding yourself out, saying that I'm gay, without you having been caught participating It shouldn't be an offense. So then what? The actual clause is the statement. Now, in spite of that,
now won't it be difficult for us to arrest people in the act to see?
I'm coming. I said I had issues, but in spite of all that, some judge pushed for the bill to be passed in Parliament. People brought videos of his position earlier, which contradicted the position he was taking. You understand? And you know the interior ministers in your house, your wives. Oh, because of that, I also followed. Only for the bill to be passed, and Nanado wronged the whole country when he failed to assent. And that is gone. The speaker himself is saying that it's passed. I think in the spirit of principle, I would have expected that some judge will be the one who lead the charge for this bill to be passed again. You understand? And once we see that as a lack of passion to see through the process again, then it makes some of us start questioning the purpose for which the family value bill was even pushed in the first place. Was it pushed because there was a genuine belief that the value system of our country was under attack? Or was it pushed just for political expediency? That's for the politicians to show us. And I pray and hope that some judge will prove to all of us that his passion in pushing this bill was not born out of just making political capital, but it was born out of a genuine belief that our value system was under attack. And once, and I hope he does that. They must pass the bill. The bill must be passed.
They must pass the bill. Anyway, Honorable, Charlie, you have to, I should bring you in.
Leave me out.
Interesting. So I want to let me bring you in there.
You know, I as they say in law, what I think is on all fours with my brother here, and I would say that ordinarily I would have nothing further to add, but I still want to speak. You know, he in secondary school he was SU House rep for Jebeg House.
Yeah,
so you know that if we are talking about Griffey, it's Griffey. But the fact is that portions of this bill are problematic, extremely problematic. I also went to the seminary, but I see some of the portions and I'm filled with rage.
Yeah.
Look at the title, Ghanaian Family Values Bill. Look at the problems we're having in society.
Yeah.
LGBT, I have children. I don't want them to go that way. But look, without mentioning names, look at the problems we are having now. Is it from the LGBT people, or is it from the heterosexual men who cannot keep their
But why?
No, look.
Why
look
are all the laws being
Isn't that
made
also?
because-
Isn't that also family?
We want to solve which one is family?
No, isn't that part of family values?
Which one?
The heterosexual.
As a man, I mean, I don't want to affect any sensibility. I look around, look without mentioning names. People who have died recently, and all this in the media, and side chicks coming. Who is main wife? Who is side chick? Doesn't that affect family values?
Oh no! How so?
Breaking?
What
is breaking family values?
As for that,
more than reckless heterosexual.
We all know that. No, we all know that we have accepted polygamy.
Is that polygamy? Polygamy is legally marrying more than one woman.
But is it legally or traditionally? Because this one, we understand that the other one.
Traditionally, no, but the thing is that when you marry a woman under the ordinance, and you cannot marry another woman. Look, I'll support this bill if you.
But no. That is not close.
If you introduce that also,
that's not close.
Let's not be hypocritical here.
But why? For us,
let's not be hypocritical
as Ghanaians, haven't we accepted that? That's not a problem.
We have accepted polygamy, but having a wife under the ordinance and having side chicks is not.
How many people don't have wives outside their house?
No. But so what we are saying is that the majority are above the law or majority are above reproach. Because I'm heterosexual. I'm averse to LGBTQ activities. And as a Christian who's been to the seminary, they said God hates that kind of sin. But God also hates the other kinds of sins that we have come to accept that we are all averse to it. I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect at all. I mean, You went to school.
This argument.
But no, you want to school. No, I am saying that if you are going to include, if you are going to include criminalization of
even holding out
and bigamy. Look, bigamy is so widespread nowadays. Are we harping on bigamy as much as we are doing? Do you know how many social problems we have because of absentee fathers? Do we? Absentee fathers cause more problems than LGBT. I mean, from my point of view, certainly let's pass this bill, but let's include all those other social issues. Those who are being hypocritical. That is why, of course, it's a political something. That is why this bill, we can't pass it. Because we all know that...
It was passed.
No, I mean, it hasn't...
Is it law? They cited legal issues in court, but for that...
Is it law?
Is it law? No law. It has to become law.
So some judge must lead the charge.
He must, honestly speaking, I feel that, it's being a Christian means abhorring sin. Being a Christian also means not being hypocritical. This, I think, portions of this act are hypocritical. Because we are accepting certain things that, that one is common to us. I mean, and I'll not mince words. I mean, I'm not perfect. But the fact that I struggle with a certain sin that majority of us struggle with does not mean we should gang up against the one who sins differently. Because it says Ghanaian family, it doesn't say promotion of proper human sexual rights only. It also says, and Ghanaian family values. Ghanaian family values accepts polygamy.
Yes.
Ghanaian family value does not accept having side chicks. Having side chicks.
As for that,
it's not polygamy.
Yes, but why?
Then include that here.
But nobody has been accepted side chicks.
No, but I'm saying that if we look in society, and I like what Reverend Wengam said. He said there are more pressing issues in this country than there.
Really? When did we realize we realize that there are pressing issues in this country?
No, and some of these pressing issues, are, this one, I would say that this is I don't know which term to use. I'm stepping on a million toes by saying this. But those who are married under the ordinance and are also having other people that they are not properly
married to
are also causing problems. I'm not against polygamy. Even as a Christian, I believe people have the right.
Is it unlawful? Can they be sued for that?
For
engaging in side?
Well, if they marry them under, because I know of instances where people marry under the ordinance. And also go and do engagement.
Traditional.
It's bigamy. It can be prosecuted for that. But I believe that if we are going to promote proper Ghanaian family values, we need to have another look. My friend Dennis Ejejumo did a few things on marriage and how the Islamic marriage doesn't seem to have been properly registered. I mean, a proper registration regime. We have to look at these things. And women's rights...
But they have not said they have issues with that. That's why they are very peaceful people. You have not heard them complain, right?
No, but they are part of society. And we should only cater for the majority. Even the ordinance marriage, now we call it church marriage.
But why would you try to solve something that is not a problem?
Who said it's not a problem?
The Muslims have not complained. They are
Very well. Then let me come to the traditional. I've been observing this musician who passed away. I don't want to mention, but we all know. And I feel that we may have to come to a time where we take another look at our ordinance marriage regime in order to protect the rights of women who are engaged in addition to the... because if you are going strictly according to the law, such women do not have any rights. We may have to look at it so that if the man...
But with the ruling of this law, sidestepping the application by the wife married under ordinance, doesn't it then bring a whole lot of argument about whether, like you're saying, the person who's married traditionally to add on to a legally married wife is now acceptable?
But it's not legally. That's why I'm saying that if we are going to amend the law to make it legal, I have no problem with it. Because at the end of the day, who suffers if not the women?
Okay.
You see, we have a sort of patriarchal
society.
You have to look at all these things. So
Thank you very much. The lawyers have... he says he doesn't want to speak, so you want to come in.
He will stay out.
But you still have to speak. Well, because he is in that house.
I think,
they have the ultimate responsibility. So
I
you
wanted to react to the one submission that my good friend made on the Steve Wingham's Reverend's comment. In fact, when I heard that comment and the post, I had to call one of his aides to find out whether indeed he said that. And he said no.
Oh, he did it
like that. So I need to debunk that because I would have been disappointed because I'm also a follower of that church.
Okay.
For a man of God to have come out to say there are more pressing issues in Ghana than, if you say there are not more pressing issues, what more pressing than the LGBT cases? In case of, the statistics we have from Ghana Health Service, 18 parts on our national health insurance. So it has.
That's the HIV.
The HIV related.
But in Ghana, I'm sure the HIV, we have a higher prevalence through heterosexuality than homosexuality, probably.
But
not to say homosexuality is not a problem, but
just reacting
also contributes to
just reacting
HIV.
to that. He never made that comment, and it came out as fake.
Okay.
That's what I have been told. So I go by that. And I was a bit surprised when MP said he wants to stay out.
No.
Now the bill is be sent to Parliament, but even
it has not been sent.
Well, yet to be said. Those who take decisions and say they want to stay out, who am I to talk about?
But I think he wanted to hear all of us before he comes in.
But you will speak. So
you speak.
I look at the bill and check some aspect of the bill. When it came, there was a part that I was happy if it goes back for consideration again. The reason being on the financial implications. Those who will be caught in the act are likely to be sent to prison or so. When they pronounce judgment.
For 3 years.
For 3 years. It's a part of, a state will take part of the cost. So when you're entering such a bill, you need to have the inputs. Who is going to bear the cost? How are we going to capture those ones? If we can have that thing looked like again, that is fine. But in principle, I asked myself, you have a child who is a boy, comes home and brings a lady, a female, that is a person I'm going to marry. The opposite said the same thing. How would you feel? How would you feel? Do we allow this to continue in our country? I understand that there are other aspects we can add to the bill. That's for women, family values and all that. We can add a lot to it. But in principle, is that a culture that we have? It's a problem. For me, the energy by the minister in fighting DSTV should be the same energy towards this bill. To the end, we must see to this bill passed, no matter what. Because you can't use words and tell people, Ghanaian, you saw the energy in those days, and this administration.
Apia says he has to be principled.
He has to. In fact, there's no way we will negotiate on this. It must be passed. And you look at this administration, they have the majority now. It works in their favor. I think they have majority in Parliament.
Oh, they do.
So there's no excuse at all. It must be passed.
189.
Yes.
185
I
plus
may be
4
wrong, but now, if they want to do anything now, they can do a lot.
Mighty majority.
Yes.
They can do a lot. So we will not pledge on. So once we often say that, well, if they have majority in Parliament, this is the time they have to use to pass this bill.
That's true.
And until this bill is passed, I support the Fuamoni and the team and other religious bodies to fight.
To pray that the president will not sleep.
Oh, of course. It's a prayer.
Okay.
It's a prayer.
Yes.
It's not a threat. It's a prayer.
Yeah.
Okay. That this thing must be passed. We need to protect. We teach children. And I tell you, if you come to the campuses and the rest, you'll be amazed and you'll be surprised what you see. How do we allow our society to have some of these things? We are not asking anybody to take someone's life. That one people will not do.
Okay.
But to tell Ghanaian we should follow and do what you want us to do, we will not do that.
Okay. All right. Let me bring you in now.
Thank you very much.
What is happening in the House? Is there a willingness to see this through?
What is happening in the House, you have asked. Passing a bill or administering a bill through the legislative process, as we know, in Article 106 of our Constitution, it has stages it has to go. It has where it needs to be initiated. Now, I was not part of the 8th Parliament, but that bill was brought forward, like you know very well, and went through all the stages. It got to the stage of the presidential assent. And now everything became kind of died off. Until recently, a member sought to reintroduce it. But then, what I want to say is that I have every confidence. In.
Hold on. Is there a member or on the first day of your recall? It was on the is it order paper? Is that how you call it? The order paper. And then the next day it was off. That is why.
I heard it was there by mistake or something.
That is why. And then the majority leader, when the leaders met the media, explained that it was because the act itself has been passed by the 8th Parliament. That's why I wasn't there.
MP want to stay
So it's not, that's what brought it up.
Even if it was part of the business, then it means somebody has it as a concern. He wants to introduce it. Are you understanding it?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying that the bill that we all know that went through all the stages, had the consideration, it goes to the president for an assent. Nobody would have been thinking about this bill now again. But then, beyond reasons, or reasons beyond you and I can explain, that bill was not assented to.
There were legal cases at the Supreme Court. I think Cassandra, one lady, and this guy, Richard Sky. Yes. They went to court challenging aspect of the same bill that
he was raising problems of it that it has problems, especially.
That was why it was not sent to the
president. But they cited the case.
Oh, the president ran away.
They cited the Supreme Court.
Oh, but
anyway, honorable.
Was the injunction granted? The president ran away.
Okay.
He is a Christian. He doesn't want to lie. He said the president ran away.
We should sugarcoat. The president ran away. But some judge shouldn't run away. That's what you're saying.
MP is smiling now. You will not run away.
No, some judge shouldn't run away.
But he will not run away.
No, but you are the one we took you there to go and pass laws. And say you won't speak. You must talk.
So, is it from the way you were defining, even the title of that bill, the title of the bill, Ghanaian Human Values Bill, made it so problematic. Some of the clauses, okay? Now, vis-a-vis...
MP, what's your position on this?
When the bill is brought, it will pass.
So
I stand that the bill will be passed. So, assuming that this bill is brought again, and under the speaker's leadership, bills that these bills will go through the business, why not?
As for the speaker, if they bring it, I'm sure he would let it go. Yes. He's so determined to get it passed. But why has it? So it wasn't brought within this week.
It wasn't brought within this week. So let's hope that it's yet. The way you are yearning and praying for it,
you are calling it, or you're not.
And if it comes, we will pass it. Yeah. I will pass it.
You will vote for it?
I will vote for it. That's what I want.
Do you remember the speaker gave? The speaker, when it came to the ruling, he said that voting, everybody will get up. So that your constituency will know whether you voted for it.
I would love to see my MP's hand on that.
Prof.
But in the House, we hear even the sponsors of the bill now, some people are dragging their feet. Why is that happening?
Yeah, those things you hear because, for a critical bill like this, there should be lobbyists, people who have interests. But as to whether you hear is true or not true, that I cannot explain.
But you are in the house. Do you see the same enthusiasm?
I do not see anything like that. I do not see
I thought they were all for the bill.
Yes.
so I didn't think any lobby. I don't think you need any lobby. The people who are against, they should let us know. The people who are against.
Assume the ELSO administration ran away.
No, the president. Not you see. Don't add people who are not part.
Don't worry. Okay.
The president was just the president. In fact, Nanaku for those duty. He didn't do it.
Yeah. So now those who use that window campaign on the same issue are now saddled with this bill.
No.
So what is wrong to go ahead and look at them?
No. See, you are being unfair. You see. No. You see, it passed. So some job pushed it and it passed the MP stage, and it was left with just one man. So it was just one man who prevented the bill from being passed. Now they say the time has expired. Okay. Fortunately, the general who led the charge, he's still in parliament.
and he's not in government.
He's not in government. And then we have a president who is willing to sign. So there's a happen. You understand? So I'm just asking the general that with the same energy that he led the charge, he should use the same energy to push this.
It's a mystery.
You understand?
I don't understand.
Especially when we have a president who is willing, ready, and yearning to sign the bill.
The bill
because I'm rather having sleepless. People are praying. I'm also having sleepless.
Yeah,
so why?
It's dangerous for the man to say they will pray until.
So the bill there,
It has to pass.
He has to, no, that's no excuse.
But MP say,
today I put it around.
Honorable has told us whole Ghana is position. Yeah, I don't think Honorable
said when it comes, he will pass it.
He will pass it.
He will vote for it.
So Honorable is not the problem.
And I'm sure Speaker Bagbin will still go by his own way.
Yeah.
All of you get up one by one and tell us, do you vote for this or you are against this? Then we will see.
But if they do, it's also going to help this administration. I'm telling you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, in terms of...
Ghanaians will love you.
I'm telling you.
Anyway.
Take advantage.
Anyway, let's move on.
Who the other day say that if it were him, he would have organized chiefs, prominent chiefs at the forecourt of the presidency and sign it under the full glory of the public. I think somebody like this said it on the platform here.
We are waiting for AI. That's what is happening.
I think one of the sponsors is the chairman of the Energy Committee, Becha. He has said that if that bill is not passed by this parliament, he will come back to the house again. You heard it?
Yeah.
So you mean that he's shown commitment. Let's see how that goes. But let me take you to another issue, then we can jump into one very important issue that is coming up. But major farmer groups, including rice, maize and soya producers, to boycott 2025 Farmers' Day celebrations nationwide over government's failure to purchase their harvest despite earlier assurances. Farmers have been complaining about glut of maize, rice, and soya. And they say government promised to buy the produce, but government is not buying. Because of that, they will not be part of the 2025 Farmers' Day. I also have information that some people have been allowed to import huge tons of maize into the country. We are still digging. But one that we had access to, if you translate it into 50 kg bags, it will be 800,000 kg bags of maize. So your farmers in Ghana who have planted maize are complaining that you're not buying. And then we allow people to import this number of tons into the country. Really, how can we change our agric? Where do we need to start from? Let me look out for the business. Okay, start for me. Where do we need to start from in terms of, making sure that farmers have access to market that will buy their produce? To then encourage a lot of people, like the two lawyers here, to go into maize farming. MP himself, I'm sure you have a farm.
Oh, yeah?
Good.
The government is a major buyer. So when the government refuses to buy, there won't be any support for these growers. I get sick when I hear such stories. It appears a country, we don't know our problems. We know our problems. But I guess maybe some few cartel and all that. Because he said in the intro that you have heard that about 80,000.
Oh, yes. 800,000 bags of rice, 50 kg.
Been brought into the country.
Was it brought by the government or it was before?
Oh, no. Private people. But you see, when you are importing such, you need to have clearance before you can bring them. You can't do that without any clearance.
So, do we know our problems or we don't know? That's the issue as a country. How do we help agric, that sector? And this year, you check the data. We didn't do well. We have not done well. It's only service sector that carried that through. Agric and industry, we failed to perform. So if you hear Star Story, ask those in charge of this country, what is the way forward for in terms of problems we have? We talk about gold. Now we are seeing a price increase, about 56% jump from January to October. It started 2,000 per ounce, now it's 4,000. So when we see production like this, what happens in the world market in terms of prices? We can equally gain, not only in gold, which is a traditional one, the non-traditional ones, we can focus and get more revenue. We complain all about currency, we complain about GDP, we complain of everything. But we have two solutions, I think 3 solutions to help. A country that is saddled with volatility in terms of the exchange rate and prices. What do? You export more and then import less and build confidence. The level of confidence must increase. These are 2 solutions that can help us. How do you do this? If you decide to import less and export more, you invariably will increase your earnings. And you provide a platform for these organizations. Because you blocked access to other people bringing a similar product that you can equal in any they get. The rice we bring from outside, which rice is better than what we produce in our country here? By our medical experts. It's the best that you can ever get. Maize, no, that we get all this in from here. So what is the rationale in bringing those products when you have to change the same dollar or cedi to get more? You are, not helping the economy. So when they grow and the government fails to buy, who will be the next person to listen to? So we must, or we should be able to encourage our growers to do more if you want to increase our the contribution of agric sector.
Thank you very much. Let me bring in Honorable, because this is a matter that...
Can you read this in again, the headline again?
Okay, so farmers, rice, maize, and soya farmers say they will not be part of the 2025 Farmers' Day celebration because government has refused to buy their produce after early assurances.
This is coming as a shocker to me.
Okay.
Because just last month, government ordered secondary schools around the Asante-Achim area. I don't know whether you saw that news. And they should buy from the local farmers. And we saw tons of trucks loaded with tomatoes, onion, and everything. And that didn't end there. There have been constant, call from the Ministry of Food and Agric for us to patronize locally what we produce. With the move, you look at the recent government programs, agri-programs, Akwakon Kitinkite, farm service centers, all these are having the idea, youth in agri, all these are coming with the idea of local production. They want to empower our local farmers to produce. And as we said, if we produce, the #1 market is our local Ghanaian market. Then we can then export whatever we have by way of earnings from foreign exchange. So if after spending this huge amount of money on local farmers, for them to produce, in order for us to have bumper harvest to feed the nation, and government will turn around and say they shouldn't buy from local farmers, I don't think it is so. But then I don't know the source of this.
So this one says, as of last week, the groups noted more than 200,000 metric tons of paddy rice from the 2024 harvest remain unsold across Upper East alone. Okay, Upper East, Northern and Northeast regions. With Ghana's 2025 rice output projected at 1.5 million metric tons, farmers fear a worsening glut that could drive many out of business. In their list of demands, the farmers called for 1, a 6-month suspension of all foreign rice import beginning November 2025, alongside tighter border controls, a long-term import management strategy based on a national production capacity, a directive mandating public institutions, including schools, hospitals, prisons, and security agencies, to source rice and maize exclusively from local farmers. So there's a lot of the issues that they list here.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying that if there is somebody the farmers can have confidence in, it's no other person than President Mahama.
Okay.
Because he's concerned about the welfare, the well-being of the ordinary Ghanaian farmer.
He is a farmer himself.
Yeah, he's a farmer himself. I understand. About the well-being of the... So that's why I'm saying that the two sources of this, the source of this information seem a bit contradictory to what I do know.
But when you
I say it's
yeah, but when you already mentioned, you didn't mention the rice, the maize, and soya. You mentioned the poultry, the onions, and what have you. But these...
Yeah, I say and
rice, onions, and soya farmers are complaining.
Yes, I say and others. And we know our local foodstuff, of course, include rice and maize. Ghana, we eat maize a lot, we know. Those who eat banku comes with maize, kenke comes with maize, akpele and the rest comes with maize. Even tozafi, you see, there's a component of maize in it. So for the government, for you to have a government that believes in your welfare and is committed to that welfare and is making sure that his priority is focused mainly on your welfare, to turn around to say that, no, I will not support you. I would like to import. And we all know the efforts of this government to make sure that our city gains value. But if you continue to import more, can you stabilize the city? No. So that's why I feel that this, information that is misleading. It's misleading for now.
But okay, now maybe I should make it personal. I know farmers who have maize in huge quantities in warehouses because no one is buying. It's not misleading. The reality is there, and they are saying that if government, based on assurances that you would buy, because the buffer stock is there, let them buy this product from them. If you're not buying, they won't be passed. So it's not like some people are sitting somewhere and saying, what about? Realities are harsh. Oh, but some 3 weeks or a month ago, we did a story here about the glut. We spoke to the Peasant Farmers Association, and they were worried. People have stock of maize and rice and soya. Nobody's buying. They said this just some few weeks back.
What I want to add is that, from mainly a farming background, I know that when it comes to, seasons like this, you can have especially maize in abundance. That doesn't mean that maize will not be purchased. They should have confidence in the system.
That it will go.
From December, as you know, when the dry season begins to set in, when we hardly get this maize everywhere, everyone has it. This will not even reach the quantity people are looking for to buy, especially for our schools.
Okay.
So there is ready market for them.
Okay.
You shouldn't boycott the forthcoming Farmers Day. No, government has a lot of good. You can even hear the Deputy Minister of Food and Agri,
John,
talking about institutional farming now.
Okay.
It's not even churches that go into farming. They would like to see the bare church.
Will you agree to the accord that there should be a 6-month suspension of all foreign rice import beginning November 2025, alongside tighter border controls, and a directive mandating public institutions, including schools, hospitals, prisons, and security agencies, to source rice and maize exclusively from local farmers?
These are the main off-takers for the local products we're talking about. The prisons, the hospitals, the schools, they are the main off-takers on behalf of the government. So if we produce and we don't produce to feed our main local institutions, then what do we produce to feed? So I will agree that there should be a directive that such institutions should buy from our local sources, from our local farmers, so that we can empower them.
Okay.
But so we are not just empowering the farmers, we're empowering ourselves as well.
Yeah.
It's going to do what? To boost jobs creation. There are a lot of youth out there who are not even getting jobs to do. So if you do this, somebody will go into farming.
Yeah.
Farming will become attractive.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. I'm sure. Can I move on, or you want to take a bite?
Oh yeah, we still have to take a bite.
Okay. Then let me give you a minute. We need to.
Yeah. So you see, I think that if there's a time for us to have a debate on how agric is done, I think it's now. Because for a very long time, we've seen agric as just planting. We've not considered agric as a business. Now, why is it that the imports are the imports are going? That's the imported maize are going, and then the one locally produced is not going. Because we are talking about market economy here. I'm sure it boils down to the cost. I'm sure it boils down to the cost, the high cost of our producing maize here.
Yeah.
As against
the ones imported.
Because in when you go to America, and their farmers or people farm, so their farmers are highly subsidized.
Yes,
the government deliberately aids people who produce food.
Deliberate policies, yeah.
Deliberate. Yeah, I hear about some fertilizer share. Even the fertilizer share, we do it partisan. If they'll bring, you understand?
You know, I will let you continue on
you
that.
Understand?
Just hold for me. I'll let you continue, and then you can add on to this. But there's a looming public health crisis as waste collection services across Accra and other major cities in the country are expected to grind to a halt from November 7, 2025, because members of the Environmental Service Providers Association, ASPA, are threatening to suspend operations over 3 years of unpaid arrears. How do we avert this for a nation already saddled with having to manage about 3,000 tons of solid waste a day? Christ me. Well, let's bring in the chairman of the Water Resources and Sanitation Committee of Parliament, Oti Bless. Grateful to you, sir, for joining us.
Yes.
Now, what can Parliament do to avert this? Because the people have warned already that we're going to shut off November 7th.
Yes, thank you, my brother, for having me this morning. Let me also use this opportunity to say a big good morning to all your viewers and listeners. In fact, there's a challenge. I am a spokesperson, but what I that this government is doing is right, the betterment, and yes. You said, I think
Honorable, forgive me, you're making a good point, but we keep losing you. So if you could reposition yourself a little for me.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you clearly, yes.
Okay. So what I was trying to say is that I am not a spokesperson for government, but what I do know is that this government is very committed to doing things right for the betterment of Ghanaians. They say our duty as a select committee is oversight. And oversight is over government and operation expenditure on the sanitation subsector. In fact, if you have monitored since we were sworn in January this year, my committee has hit the ground running. We've toured almost about 75% of the entire country. And I can confirm that there's a challenge. There's a challenge as far as the sanitation and water resources issue are concerned across the length and breadth of this country. But like I said earlier, government is doing everything possible to put measures in place. In fact, over the years, I am not trying to apportion blame here, but the previous government, during all the past governments, things were done wrongly. There was a mess as far as the management and the payment for sanitation issues are concerned in this country. They were a mess. So the Finance Minister and the current government is putting measures in place to ensure that the right things are done. And I can say for a fact that as the chairman of the committee, I am aware that the Finance Minister is putting things in place to ensure that all payments due every service provider in this country is duly made. But the point my committee, we have been clamoring for is that in every country, all the developed countries, even including most of the African countries today, they have a sustainable source of funding for sanitation. Because sanitation is a daily problem. You understand? So as far as we eat and we because every day is a daily problem. So there should be a dedicated source of funding for sanitation. And that is what's lacking in the country. So as a committee, we are doing everything possible to get government through the Finance Ministry set up funding for sanitation.
But this, I thought we pay a certain levy. Is it pollution or so? That goes to handle sanitation. But what happens to the sanitation levies that we pay?
Yes, if you recall, when the government took over power, there was a lot of debt, huge debt on the energy sector, because you remember that we started granting at a point. So government said that they need to consolidate all the levy, including the pollution and sanitation levy, to be able to clear the energy sector debt was left by the government. So that was done. So it was taken away and consolidated with that energy. So we are pushing since the introduction of Ghana on the for the purpose of this settling energy sector. So we think that committee
we still keep, your line still keeps breaking.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
So as a committee, we are pushing and that levy should be brought back. It was consolidated to get up the sector debt. And hence there has been an investment of Ghana led well for same sector as any sector. So we think that pollution and levy be brought back. If it's possible, we increase the price because Ghanaians, like I said, Ghanaians have no problem paying taxes, but the usage. At the end of the day, if the money will be used for its intended purpose, to inure to the benefit of Ghanaians, you understand? So as a committee, we are seriously pushing for a sustainable source of funding for sanitation, and that levy must be brought back to ensure that we curtail all these challenges, the energy sanitation subsector.
But why didn't Parliament ensure that those levies, when we were paying them, were used for the right purposes? Because according to them, they are owed 3 years. That's a lot.
Like I said, my brother, when I began, I said there has been a mess in the past. There was a mess. You understand? A lot of mess. These monies were misapplied. So this government putting the right steps in place to ensure that the taxpayers' money is not misapplied. So that was called the government only the power for only them. They were not, but 2 good years. The MP helped the government.
Well, I get it, but I was asking in relation to Parliament, because Parliament has always been there. So if there was a mess, why didn't Parliament draw the government attention that we approved this levy for a specific purpose, and that must be done?
Well, you are right. This question would have to be thrown to the Speaker and leadership. Maybe you should look for Mr. Speaker's name. He was there through the last Parliament, and just asked the edit up a problem. Maybe the spokesman to ask them.
Okay. Mr. Bless, I'm grateful to you for joining us here. John O.T. Bless is chairman of the Water Resources and Sanitation Committee of Parliament. Yes, you make a point. So conclude, and then you can delve into this matter as well.
Yeah. So you see, like I'm saying, we've created a situation where our farmers have become are not competitive enough. We're talking about AFCTA, African Continental Free Trade, which opens up our markets to even our African brothers. So that if government do not deliberately find strategies to reduce the cost of our production, agric, what is going to happen is that farmers from Togo, farmers from Nigeria, you understand?
I'm even afraid of Burkina Faso.
Will get their goods. Will get their goods here at the detriment of our farmers. So government needs to look at the entire agri supply chain. not just the plants, the entire chain, because the state of our roads, the cost of transportation, and find a way of reducing. If it means government has to subsidize them, if government has to find a way of introducing some form of regulation in the food supply, as in license people to take the goods from the market, from the farm gates, you understand? All with the aim of reducing the cost of production. That can be a long term, but in the short term, you see you have all the answers. You get a buffer stock, or is it the case that because of an buffer stock does not have money? Is that the case? That because of buffer stock does not have money to?
Well, I think recently they were giving some money by government to purchase.
So they should purchase and then also come out with a directive.
Yeah.
Clearly, that mandates all government agencies, all government institutions
to buy.
Yes. What's called from the farmers directly.
Yeah.
I don't know about banning, but you can use, like I'm saying, but the import issue has to do with simply the fact that the cost of our
but that's not the review of the farmer. If the cost of production is high, it's not the farmer's fault.
I agree with you. That's what I'm saying, that the government needs to look at subsidizing their cost of production. Needs to find a way of getting some financing. Needs to find some modalities where farmers will get some form of, and also bringing about regulation in terms of supply, because there's a whole supply chain.
Yeah.
And I think their biggest problem is the cost of transportation to the markets. You understand? Right. And also government should have a comprehensive post-harvest system that will ensure that their goods do not go to waste. Okay. Now, when it comes to this issue about waste, you understand? You see, you can't centralize waste management. If there's one thing you can't centralize. We have to talk about decentralization. You understand? And under the previous regime, everything was centralized. You understand? Because this tax they're talking about, this levies they are talking about, it should be a levy that should be the local assemblies should be taken. Because when it comes to waste management, it's localized.
We're able to pay them.
Yeah. Right. And I see we are time.
Our time is.
You understand? Parliament is supposed to serve as an oversight.
Yes.
You understand? And what that means is that you just don't pass levies. And you need to also ensure that the levies are appropriated, and that's why the appropriation bill and all, that they apply for the purpose for which they were levied I say now you just take, and then later they come, and for 3 years, 3 years they have not been paid.
Yeah.
You know, in some countries, garbage is also an economy. There's a whole economy
around garbage.
Around garbage. We are here and then we are just playing with.
Thank you very much. Our time is up.
So I suppose my last statement. Just 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Okay.
I would say that the Oxford Dictionary says food security is a state of having reliable access to a sufficient quantity of affordable, nutritious food. The key word for me there is affordable, which ties with what my brother said. We have to make the Ghanaian farmers' produce affordable. You understand me? So that we don't have to import from other places.
But when we all start buying from them, when they call it in economies a scale of what?
Economies of scale.
When there are you are producing for a lot of people, of course.
But the state still has to assist. And I know that
the price should come in, because when we grow and they buy from abroad, we've grown maize, you import maize. We grow rice, you import rice. It doesn't help.
And I do have faith in the Honourable Agric and his deputy. And then they are being very patriotic, and if you allow me, since this is my closing statement, we should all seek to support them, just as other Ghanaians have supported, including, if you allow me to mention the former ambassador to Italy, Her Excellency Ambassador Mirini Benya, who celebrates her birthday on Monday. I would want to wish her a happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
My uncle, Pastor Jones Ansa, who also turns 50 on Sunday.
All right, thank you very much. This one says, Kojo, the truth is that we as Ghanaians don't know how to store for future use. There's a need for education, to educate the public on how to preserve items such as onion, yam, cocoyam, tomato, ginger, among others. Moses is sending us this from Takoradi. And to you, my man, Malcolm. Kwame Malcolm is in Takoradi. Yesterday was your birthday. Kwame, you're a good man. May God continually bless you. Kwame Malcolm of Radio 360 in Takoradi. A blessed new age. A happy belated birthday yesterday. We'll take a break here. We'll be back with more on the AM show. Please do stay. Let me thank my guest. Professor Zigbodi is the Dean of the Faculty of Accounting and Finance, UPSA. Honorable Nelson Jabab is the MP for Karachi East. And then you have lawyer Kwame Dankwa is the Director Legal. Apia Dankwa. He's Director of Legal of the UP Plus political party. And then Kojo Botio. Today I'm changing the names. Is the General Secretary of the CPP. We'll take a break here. We'll be back. Do stay. All right, welcome back. We're wrapping up Pink Month, October, in our pinks. And you know what? I've been joined by people who are also in pink as well. I have Karin Bodo and Sharon Mensah. They are all members of the PR team of The Luckiest. And then, of course, if you've been around for some time, like I have been, and even recently, you've seen someone who spreads, luck. Mr. Good Luck of The Luckiest. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to you and welcome.
Good morning. Good morning.
Okay, so let me start with you. Okay, I'll start with you. When we say The Luckiest, for people, I have seen the advert and I love it really. Mr. Good Luck. I want to refer to you, but let me stick with Mr. I love the advert. Yeah. Hey, that's cameo. I hope you bless me with a Rolls Royce as well.
Yeah.
You will, eh?
You'll have the opportunity to take a ride with us. But handing it over to you,
bad day.
Only God bless.
So, Gary, for those who are now hearing about The Luckiest, what is it really?
Okay, so it's a new game show that has been in Ghana. This is the 3rd year running, and it's actually based on the premise of trying to help people take charge of their life and their destiny by just putting in a little bit of money. So basically, you just need to dial *712# and get playing because there's
*712
#712#.
Okay.
Because it's based on the premise that you don't have to wait for someone to fund your dreams. You don't have to wait for someone to fund your education. You don't have to wait for someone to basically take care of you. You have that business idea. You want to pursue that career. But because of the lack of financial backing that you need to do all of those things, you are unable to. So we are bringing this game into the Ghanaian system, which has been running for 3 years now, so that people can be able to take charge of their finances, take charge of their destiny, and then do something worthwhile with their lives.
What makes it unique to other lotteries?
We are giving 2.5 million Ghana cedis. You stand a chance to win 2.5 million Ghana cedis. And we are not a lottery. It's a game.
Oh, okay. I can win one with 2.5.
You can win 2.5 million Ghana cedis. And all you need to do with as little as 1 Ghana cedis is to dial *712#. Our pop-up menu appears, and then you buy a ticket.
Oh, I was looking for my phone, so I could start now. Let me bring in Sharon there. Sharon, what inspired the creation of the game The Luckiest? What's the vision it represents?
Basically, the motive for The Luckiest is to create a world where everyone is a winner. As individuals, we all believe we have some kind of luck. But to try this luck, until you test it, you might never know. So The Luckiest is an opportunity to give in to equal Ghanaians to, be able to further the dream they've always wanted to. Karin stated earlier, all you need to do is to pick your phone and then dial *712# or visit our website at www.theluckiestafrica. Keep buying on the tickets constantly, and you might stand a chance to walk home with the 2.5 million Ghana cedis or other amazing cash prizes that we have as well.
So to be part, I need to go to the website.
You can buy with a USSD, that's *712# or on our website at theluckiestafrica.com.
So, Mr. Goodluck.
Yes, sir.
I want to win like the guy. He says he's going to bring out an album, Patapa.
Yes.
If I want to win like him, what do I do?
Yes, grab your phone now, look for it, and then dial *712#. I think that's your dream code.
That's
your dream code. And then everything me assistant wabrabo. Like she said, it's to expand wealth amongst all of us. And that is the vision. And apart from that, what you contribute by participating is not just going into the initiative. I don't call it a lottery or even a game. I call it an initiative to spread wealth. So what you do is to buy the ticket. And there are communities within that you can purchase your ticket from. It's so creative, the way it's organized. And you can also buy a ticket for yourself or buy a ticket as a gift for someone. You gift it to anybody of your choice. It could be a friend, a parent. And when they win, I mean, you all enjoy the win. So this and many more. And to add to it, we're having our grand draw on the 20th of December. That's when we have the grand draw. But prior to that, we're also giving away a lot of prizes. A lot of prizes. I'm sure today a lot of members of your staff will enjoy some of these goodies because if you're a member of staff here and you buy a ticket worth 20 Ghana cedis, you get to participate in a draw here today. Where you get to win mobile phones, television sets, and other goodies today here. So a lot of staff from multimedia are going to win prizes. And it's because we have come to you, we have brought luck close to you. Those of you who are not here who would also want to benefit from these instant prizes are those who buy 100 cedis or more on the platform. If you buy 100 cedis or more on the platform, you stand a chance of redeeming a prize instantly off the platform. Yes, if you go to option 6 and you have bought more than 100 cedis, you get to redeem a prize there and then.
Even if I don't win?
That's the draw is on the 20th of December. But from now till then, we're giving out these prizes. So definitely you win something because on the redeem prizes platform, you get to win bags of rice, cooking oil, we pay rents for people. So there's a lot more going on there. And this is even before the grand draw. And the tickets that you buy, like if you buy today and you even win something today of the raffle that is for Joy or multimedia, the ticket still gets to participate in the grand draw. Yes.
So you buy one,
get more free. Because if you buy 100 cedis every day, you could redeem a prize every day. You understand what I'm saying? So it means that it's full of prizes and winnings for all, you know. And apart from that, your contribution goes into a lot of CSR works in terms of helping the disabled and all of that. So we're doing a lot in this luckiest that you hear all around. There's a lot going on.
At least I saw one young man using the phone. I'm sure he's trying his luck there. So we've started.
*712#.
Allah.
No.
I'll try mine when I knock off because we all need to be part of winning these awards. At least I saw Patapa. He went off, but he has won something. He won the Rolls Royce. You know. So let's talk about success stories. So there have been some huge successes in the past. Share with us some.
So there are a lot of success stories. Even up till now, we are still getting success stories. But one that stood out for me personally was a lady who wanted to further her education in the US, but she had part scholarship and she was unable to fund the rest of the bill to travel abroad. But she won the luckiest. She won 500,000 Ghana cedis last year. And with that, she was able to not only fund her education, but also leave enough money to take care of her mother while she was away. There are also motorbikes that have been won, people who weren't working, but because of the because they played the luckiest, they were able to win that motorbike that they are using for Okada business now. So there are a lot of success stories. Even as at last week, there was a gentleman, we had a program at the conference center, National Theatre, sorry, and there was a gentleman who came with a young phone, and he just dialed with 20 Ghana cedis. He was able to win a new phone.
Oh.
And he was so happy and he was in tears, and our whole team was just touched because he didn't think he would win such a phone. He didn't think he would win such a prize. So from now to December, when you dial *712# and you get a ticket, you don't only stand a chance to be in the grand draw, but you can also win the instant prizes, as Mr. Goodluck here has said.
Oh, okay. So there's a lot more for us to win from now. And I want to win today. So, Pacho, my mom is coming phone, right?
For phone.
Me father me dial it *712#. I think so. I ain't never be there, you know. But it's a big just for
It's not just for smartphone owners. Ukuta yam, kuku yam, cassava.
Put me yeah.
Banana, it's new to me. And then again, let me also inform the public that if you see any of our branded buses out in town and you have bought a ticket, you're qualified to be on it for free.
Hey.
No matter where you are traveling from.
Let's need to buy a ticket.
It's an air-conditioned bus, you know. I need to emphasize on that.
Oh, wow. What are the routes?
Tema, Accra, Medina, Adenta, Accra, Kaswa, Accra. You know, these are the main routes.
We'll be parking our cars in them.
Yes.
To be part. But sometimes, like, people are winning. The issue of, or there's the issue of transparency. People usually think, oh, you would do it and someone would take it. How do you ensure that? And how is your partnership with NLA ensuring that particular trust? Sharon?
So as we all know, any gaming show or any gaming program here in Ghana needs to be regulated by the NLA, since they are the motherboard of such organization. So we are working in partnership with them on the Caritas Lottery platform. And also for transparency, our systems are automatically generated. So there's no one sitting behind it picking, like choosing who is winning this today. The systems automatically pick the luckiest ticket and then the numbers, and they didn't win. And also we promote responsible play. So if you are below the ages of 18, we don't encourage you to participate. Because most times you might win something and then you'd have to walk into our offices to pick it up, or we would have to deliver it to you. When we come or when you come, you would need identification. So if you realize you are below the ages of 18, we wouldn't give it to you. It would go back to our CSR, activity.
Okay.
So we encourage fair play, we encourage legal play as well. That's how legit the luckiest is.
So good luck.
Yes.
Why is this year so special for the luckiest?
It's special because we've built on 2 years of experience, and this is the third. And last year, I think the offer amount for the winning ticket for the luckiest was 1 million Ghana cedis, and this year it's 2.5 million cedis. So, Sikanuma P, the more you do.
Oh yeah, Mama could chat. Wow.
Every day, Chavako.
Oh, every day,
I
think it will be a good strategy.
It open chances, and then one area I thought I could encourage people to participate is to buy the ticket and share your numbers with your friends and family. You cannot buy off one ticket. You share and buy. So when that ticket...
do that well. How do I do that?
Yes, when you go on the platform, you get to have a code for the ticket that you purchase. So you can share the ticket number with friends and family to also buy on the same ticket.
So it will be in your credit?
Yes.
They will buy, but it will come to
No. You all share the ticket when it wins.
So there's a number, after the code is generated, a unique code is generated to you. That's unique to only you. But there's a ticket number attached, which I can also say is the community. So for the journalist community, you are buying from the journalist community, for example. You share that number assigned to the journalist community so that your colleagues can also buy on that same number. And then when it enters the draw, the chances of the journalist community winnings, because aside from the 2.5 million, which is going to one ticket code, there's a community win, which there's a community draw that will also occur on the 20th of December, where 4 communities will be drawn as winners out of the 100 communities that we have. So you can share that ticket number with your colleagues. Let them also play on that same number. And on that day, who knows? Because multimedia is definitely big. So imagine the whole of multimedia buying that same ticket number. It means that the chances of Multimedia Ghana being picked as one of the luckiest 4 that will be drawn on December 20th would win. So that ticket that will win, everybody who bought in that community also wins by having the amount they played multiplied by a particular figure, and then they get the cash prize.
Okay. Interesting. As Richard, in that thing I saw.
Which one?
Oh, the Charlie, Kwame. You mentioned some 5 numbers, right? So if I enter, I need to choose five numbers that are okay.
Or the system can generate that for you automatically.
Okay.
If you buy a random ticket. But if you want to buy a preferred
ticket, that's where the community
then you can choose your community and then also input your 5 digits. But if you want the system to generate that for you, the system will do that as well.
Okay.
So it's just dial *712#. Once you dial that, the options appear. The first one, you can buy a preferred ticket, and then the options of buying whether you want to get a preferred ticket or a random ticket comes. So the options are over there. You can also talk to our customer service on option 5 if you're having any challenge. You can also view your ticket history, because you don't need to buy just once. You need to buy multiple times for our system to be able to recognize that you're a regular player to enter you into the draw.
Okay.
Like to explain further to what she said, that if you buy a ticket, like I said, if you buy more than 100 cedis, you get to redeem a prize. You don't need to buy all the 100 cedis at once. Once you're able to cumulatively put together the 100 cedis by buying on various communities, different tickets, you get to
redeem it when you get to 100. Okay, all right. But let's look at the future and what the plan is in terms of long-term Ghana and beyond.
Currently, we've launched in Nigeria.
Oh.
Yes, we've launched in Nigeria, and the vision is to go continental and then seek permits and go global. So, I mean, we are looking at expanding our territories in the next 3, 4, 5 years to come. So we urge all Ghanaians to grab this opportunity, because opportunity, they say, come but once. So once we are in Ghana here, we've run for 3 consecutive seasons. It means, I mean, Ghana is our homeland. So we are here to make it better and then bigger. We hope you are going to go bigger and beyond the 2.5 million next year, but we might do other continents as well. So that's the vision.
Wow, I'm happy. This is a Ghanaian company, right?
Yes.
So you're always proud when you see Ghanaians going high like that. I'm grateful to you. Your last words, maybe 30 seconds each. Sharon.
Anyone watching us this morning should just pick their phones and then dial the short code *712#, follow the prompt, buy a random ticket or buy a preferred ticket, either for yourself or for someone, or visit our portal at www.theluckiestafrica and then buy a ticket. You might be a lucky winner. And when you clock 100 cedis, just go to option 4 to redeem a luckiest gift promo. You can walk home with a rice, a bag of a chicken, oil. We have fuel coupons and amazing prizes we are giving out. So dial *712# now to buy a ticket.
All right. Let me do the. let me do. Karen. Karen, why, your name is not sticking, but it's fine.
So basically, ultimately, after you dial the *712#, you are getting into the grand draw. So in addition to what my colleague Sharon has said, the ultimate goal is to get into the grand draw, which stands you a chance to win 2.5 million Ghana cedis. Imagine just what you can do with that. So aside from winning the instant prizes, the ultimate goal, which is the grand draw, that gives 2.5 million Ghana cedis, is also the aim. So dial *712# to start participating in it.
Okay. Thank you. Mr. Good luck.
Yes.
Give us the goodies.
Yes. It's not by accident that you're reaching us by your views this morning from this big platform. So take advantage of it. Luck comes to everyone, but how do you know luck is around you? There should be a way to test it. And that is why the luckiest platform is there. You can test your luck every day now. We have a platform for a litmus test to your luck. So let's find a way to test our luck every time. And this is a very big opportunity to do so. You don't need to perm some numbers, or this is completely digital and very, very transparent. Let's get lucky. Dial *712# today and change your lives by 20th of December.
Thank you very much. And I like the way he puts it. He says, we now have the opportunity to try our luck every day just by dialing *712#. So let it be on speed dial, *712#. We'll take a break here. We'll be back with more. Please do stay. Well, welcome back again today. I'm sure we're just about, taking you to the NSMQ to see what's happening there today. But just before, we need to bring you an interaction with one of the major sponsors of the NSMQ, MTN Momo. And I have with me in the studio, Tony Boateng. He is distribution manager of Momo. Tony, good morning to you.
Good morning, my brother.
Trust all good?
I'm keeping well, and I trust the same at your end.
Yeah, it is. Despite a few challenges, but we'll overcome.
God is in control.
Exactly. Now, I mean, we've all come to accept Momo, right? Everybody, even when it's coming from elsewhere, you say Momo.
Yeah.
But when we say Momo, what really is the vision that you're driving?
All right. Thank you. And let me just use this opportunity to say good morning to your cherished viewers. I believe they are all doing very well. So beyond cash transactions where people just send money and receive, it's also a platform. The mobile money service is a platform that offers a variety of opportunities to embark on bank tech, insure tech, and then payment solutions, just to be able to help people embark on their day-to-day commercial or economic activities. So today, mobile money is a platform which we all have come to accept. But beyond that, I think what we were used to is to the fact that you send money and then you receive money. But we've made it a bit quite interesting, a platform for you to be able to do other things. Bank tech, like I said, you could interact with your bank using your Momo. You could have insurance packages, which is the insure tech. We also provide loans, savings and loan facilities as well. We've partnered with other outfits to be able to make life quite easier for customers.
Say loans. The loans there. Anyway.
I mean, this is all aimed at driving financial inclusion.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Will you ever become a bank? Because some people ask that question sometimes. Do you ever think, or have you ever thought of becoming a bank?
From where I sit, I have no idea on that. I'll not be able to tell.
Okay.
But I mean, we are actually evolving as a business. So let's see what the future holds. Yeah.
Bank Momo or Momo Bank GH.
Well, let's see how it goes.
But how does sponsoring a prestigious event like the NSMQ align with your vision?
Yeah, so at MTN Momo, our strategic intent is to lead the delivery of digital solutions for Africa's progress. We see the NSMQ as a platform to invest in future leaders, thinkers, and problem solvers, of course, who will be able to help shape the digital agenda of this country. We see the NSMQ as one platform which is nurturing the youth, the future leaders. And we believe it's always good, it will be ideal for us to tap into this particular platform just to be able to contribute our quota. So I think it's earned it for some years now, and the credibility stands out. And we believe it's a platform that we can partner on to be able to, render some good service and also sell the bouquet of product and services that we have. Yeah.
So is that the reason why after several years of NSMQ, and after several years of MTN itself, and Momo itself, this is the first time you're sponsoring it?
So as a business, our key focus evolves year-on-year basis. So as part of our strategic, focus for the year, we saw NSMQ as a platform that will be able to help us, deliver on our core mandate, especially by nurturing future leaders, of course. So that is why we decided to. There's always a first time. It's better late than never.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, sure.
And what are some of the goals that Momo seeks to achieve through the sponsorship of NSMQ?
Right. So to us, we believe this platform will give us an opportunity to educate the audience or the viewers or people who, the patrons of this particular show or quiz, to be aware of the various fraud typologies. It will also give us an opportunity to be able to engage the audience or the people who will actually be present when it comes to the various services that we have. Like I indicated, most of our customers are normally tuned towards receiving and then sending cash. Today, there's a Momo app, which makes transactions quite easier. There are quite a number of activities or quite a number of products and services on the mobile money platform, which we believe this particular platform will give us an opportunity to be able to engage with our customers. So, I mean, by and large, we are seeking to ensure that, yes, we contribute our quota to ensuring that we are also bringing up the next future thinkers, the next problem solvers, and of course, to be able to promote our digital agenda. And I think this platform offers that opportunity.
So I mean, in terms of engaging the students and the teachers and even the schools during this NSMQ, how do you intend doing it? Because they're always on the podium, questions and answers are going on. How do you intend to do that particular education?
So a platform like this is helping us to be able to do so, thanks to multimedia. Once we have these quizzes, they are break sessions, right? We have exhibition centers, exhibition booths at the various places where we have these quizzes. So what we do is during the break sessions, we have a team who actually engages or makes conscious efforts to be able to engage the people around, just for them to have a fair idea as to what it is. Again, of course, presenter mentions, of course, just to alert the team that, look, we have our services here and all. But by and large, there's an exhibition center, which is an experience center, which we believe is going to offer us that platform to be able to engage extensively with our customers, potential customers as well.
Now, Momo has been at the forefront of mobile money innovation, right? How do you think this partnership will promote the use of digital payment systems among younger generations?
So to us, we believe technology is evolving. In as much as technology is evolving, we also have instituted what we call the National Data Skills Academy, which students at the SHS level and even below the SHS level, and any student, right, could take advantage of, and it's free of charge, right?
Yeah.
So this
is online based?
Yes, it's online based. So we do this in partnership with the MTN Ghana Foundation. It's as part of efforts to give back to the community. And by so doing, we believe this particular one will offer us that opportunity to be able to engage the younger ones, the youth, those of them who have the quest to become problem solvers, who think they really want to get something under their sleeves. We believe it's not everyone who will be able to afford some of these things online, because some of these is when you go online, you need to pay. You need to commit some finances to be able to do so. So we are offering it for free, and we are doing this in partnership with the MTN Ghana Foundation. And this is an opportunity for us to let them understand that there's a tool or there's a platform like this which you can take advantage of yourself. So that's how we're doing it.
Interesting. Now, so this online, if I want to take advantage of, what do I do?
Well, so you can just go to our website, www.mtn.com/momo. Once you go there, the MTN Ghana Foundation interface pops up. You can access, like I said, is the MTN Digital Skills Academy.
Yeah.
So it's just there. You can just enroll on. You just fill in some basic information just for us to know who is actually on the platform, and you're good to go. Voila.
Okay. But if we want to learn more about Momo, is it on the same website, or where do we have to go to?
Yeah, so we are on various social media platforms. Thankfully, this year, Momo from MTN, it's Momo from MTN GH, right? We are on all social media platforms. You can equally go to the official website, which is the www.mtn.com/momo. But if you want to follow us on any of the media platforms or media handles, our media handles are Momo from MTN Ghana, Momo from MTN GH.
Okay.
And you can just have us on X, you can have us on YouTube, you can have us on Facebook, you can have us on
Instagram.
We there.
So, okay, I was going to say Twitter. I forgot to say
yeah. Twitter, yeah. X.
Yeah.
The Gen Zs will come after you.
Now, you said that it's better late than never, and you've come on this year. Would the partnership go beyond 2025?
In fact, let me say, it started looking good, right? And we hope this sponsorship will be the beginning of some greater things to come. So far, so good, I'll say. And it's aligning with our goals, right? Our digital agenda. And the fact that we also want to give back to the youth. So, of course, we have plans to extend this particular partnership into the subsequent years. Because it's, like I said, it's really aligning with our objectives as a business. Yeah.
Okay. What would you leave our viewers, the student and the parents who will be watching in the SMQ?
Well, let me say good luck to the respective schools who will be participating. Unfortunately, my school lost yesterday, but life goes on. We live to fight another day.
Which school is that?
Well, Lexis will tell you about it. It's the best school, undoubtedly, right? So
that's
precisely gone, yeah, sure.
Oh, and you were dealt a big blow by GSTS.
It was just a point, but we live to fight another day.
That's even more painful.
You are making it even
because I'm from the West, so I have to revel in the victory by GSTS.
It's quite unfortunate, but we wish them the very best. That's the beauty of the quiz. Yes, you have to lose, someone has to progress.
Okay.
So we wish the respective schools the very best of luck.
Yeah.
You can view the National Science and Maths quiz on your platform here as well. You can go onto the media platforms to also have a view of that. We also want to let them understand that you can pay your school fees conveniently with Momo.
Okay.
And the Momo app is also available on the stores, iOS, Play Store as Momo from MTN. The app is very convenient, it's free of charge. You can have a bouquet of services and products on the app to be able to do.
All right.
I just want to tell them to go onto the platform to download and stay away from various calls indicating that you won an award, you should come and redeem your prize. Don't entertain calls. Do not give your PIN codes out.
Okay.
If you feel your PIN code has been more like implicated in any way, or you feel you are in doubt, you can change your PIN code as many times as you want. Yes, and of course, don't give your phones to your wards and your kids or people to go and back on transactions on behalf. Yes, sure. And let's stay safe.
All right, thank you very much. Tony Boateng is the distribution manager, Momo. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
But just before, please, for those of us who know the governance aspect, Professor Bafo Agyeman-Duah, I'm sure you know that he's a man of integrity, an unmatched integrity. That's the man on the screen there, Professor Bafo Agyeman-Duah. Unfortunately, some very unscrupulous people in this country have hacked his phone, and they are taking advantage of his integrity to dupe people. So if you are watching Joy News and someone has used Professor Bafo Agyeman-Duah's phone number to ask you for anything, please do not honor that particular request that the person is putting before you. Professor Bafo Agyeman-Duah, as you know him, will not stoop too low to demand some of the things that these guys are demanding. So please, if any number with Professor Bafo Agyeman-Duah, his number that you know, if it contacts you to say send anything because he's in a certain condition, please do not honor that particular request. He is worried about how the people are damaging his reputation with that particular number. So please, if Professor Bafo Agyeman-Duah's number, as you know, contact you for anything, kindly stay, away from that, please. Okay, thank you very much for doing that for Professor Bafo Agyeman-Duah. Now, I want to do this again because this man is a man that we all respect in this country. When you listen to him, you listen to wisdom. And so he will not stoop too low to demand certain things from people. We want to put across that Professor Bafo Agyemangbea's WhatsApp account has been hacked. So if that contact asks you to do anything, please don't do it. It is not coming from Professor Bafo Agyemangbe. It's not him. Some people have hacked it, so please watch it if they ask you to do anything. So that's it. Thank you very much for listening to that and honoring that when these people who have been hacking people's WhatsApp ask you to do anything, you won't do that. A happy belated second birthday to my little boy. I can't believe it's been 2 years since you filled our lives with so much joy. I hope your day is filled with as much laughter and fun as you bring to us every day. Watching you grow and learn has been the greatest adventure, and I love you more than words can say. This is from your dad, Kelvin Chremanting. So Mr. Kelvin Chremanting is wishing his boy a second anniversary. Says happy belated birthday to you. All right. And that's it for the day. My name is Samuel Kojo Brace. You saw me in this, the new age goes pinky. It's a pink month. We're wrapping it up. And so we are urging you to go and test and know your status. Are you close to there or not? So please get tested for breast cancer. Men and women alike should do that. Thank you very much for being a part of us today.